Hello, friends. Happy Sunday to all. How are we? How is it? How it goes? Hope you guys been having a good weekend. Hope it's been chill. Or if you don't want chill, I hope it's not been chill, I guess. But good to see you all. How are we doing? All the friends are here. Hello. Switched from YouTube to Twitch. Welcome over, dude. Welcome over. I appreciate you. All right. Let me switch so we can catch up. We are behind. Okay. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Be Panic, thank you for the 4 months. Hello. Welcome back. Kels, thank you for the 5. Thank you all for the follows. Red Wolf, thank you for the 8. Oh my goodness. Dimitri, thank you for the 20. Bonnie, hello. My goodness. Pep, thank you for the sub. How we doing? Played a full game of Phas by myself. Finally got no Bake. Let's go. Hey. At least you didn't get like a shade. When you get the goal to decide to go into the house by yourself and you get a ghost that doesn't want to cooperate and do anything, that sucks. Because you almost feel like you're doing something wrong, but you're not. It's just the ghost is stinky and there's nothing you can do. So it is what it is. It's okay. Siren, thank you for the 4. Mega, thank you for the biddies. Hi, friends. New here. Welcome in. Hi. It's a chill day. It's Sunday. Sundays are usually meant to be chill days. It depends, A, on how ghosties want to act, but also if we decide to be stupid and not do chill and cozy things, which usually does happen. I've had a solo shade before. It was a nightmare. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. You've seen me do it. The past couple streams, I had a shade, probably once a stream, where we just gave up. Gave up in the sense of like, I knew it was a shade. So it's like, do I decide to wait for all this stuff? It's not even worth it. I'm just going to leave. Yeah. So it's really up to you guys if you decide you want to stick it out or not, you know? Totally up to you. Royal. Hope you've been well. A hectic past few weeks, dude. Yeah, I feel that. Thank you for the 19 months, dude. Yeah. Past couple weeks for me have also been kind of crazy with the wifo, with the kiddo, and all of our different shows and recitals and all these things happening literally within a 2 to 3 week span. It was a lot, but we stuck through it. We did it. No, everybody's good. Yeah. Autumn, I'm doing well. How are you? Thank you all for coming in. Welcome. Here in a minute, we'll kick Phasmo into gear and we'll get moving. I kept getting hard ghosts on no evidence. Oh, yeah, those test you. Those will test you. You're getting ghosts that are normal blinking, normal hunting speed, not really giving you anything at all. Yeah, it can be tough. For sure. Phoenix, hello. Morning, friend. Playing with Doc Chinggis Coat. Are you specifically playing with these exact people right now? No, I'm not. No. They always know that they're more than welcome. I love them to death. Like Mr. Doc. Mr. Doc is live right now and you should go see him. Mayor, hello. You guys are never going to get first, by the way. If Mayor exists, for the most part, she's going to be first. Do my kids play Phas? No. Do they watch the stream? Not really. I usually don't encourage my kids to watch the stream because we use some foul language sometimes. So I'd rather them not listening to that. Not all the time. I don't curse like a sailor, but I still prefer they didn't hear that. All the friends are made. They are amazing. I have her beat 2 times. I'm very proud. Oh, Trashy, thank you for the sub. Cater Todd, thank you for the 15. Hello. All right, let me get Phasmo open. Thank you guys for the hype train. Welcome in. Hello. We are obviously doing the Phasmos recently. It's just, especially when there's an update, the hype is real and we want to feed into it for sure. Drops are still active. They are still active today, and they are still active tomorrow when it comes to the animated card. After that, on the 1st of July, I believe at like some ridiculous time for us at the Eastern, which is like 6 in the morning or something, it changes over to a different drop, which is the non-animated version. And then if you're a content creator that plays Phasmo, a streamer, if you will, then you can have drops on your channel as well.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready.
Thank you. No, welcome back to you. Reactor, thank you for the 9. Oh, it's a Twitch baby. What are we going to name it? Oh, that's your choice. I don't name the children. That's your choice, not mine. Yeah. Sly, welcome in. How are you, Cool Turtle? Welcome. Welcome all the first-time guests. If you guys came from YouTube, I appreciate you. If this is just you're randomly finding the stream, hi. Got mine the other day. Oh, it's so good, man. I love it. I love it too. Withering Witch, thank you for the biddies. Thank you so much, Gash. Welcome in. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, let me go back. Hold on. I go through this at least once. At least once. If you somehow maybe haven't had a chance to watch Twitch recently and get your drop, then what you need to do is you need to go down here to Twitch drops, and then you need to take it. There's a code it's going to give you and a link. You need to take that code, go to that link. Once you connect it, then it'll say connection good. And then you watch a Kinetic partner for 2 hours while they're playing Phaz, and then you unlock the badge. I am a Kinetic partner, so yeah. You can watch them here. Yeah. Sam, thank you. Oh, thank you for the gifted. Probably sat and stared and moved around for a solid like 5 minutes. Wait, what are you talking about? So close to the goal? How close are we to the goal? We're getting there, dude. Do we know when the next Phasmo Twitch drop will be? Yeah, Monday. Not Monday. Sorry. No, Tuesday. Yeah, technically speaking, Tuesday. After that, I have no idea. No, we originally thought, and they've even discussed inside of different, inside of the different previews that they've talked about having a trophy possibly for a Twitch drop at some point. But I don't know how that's going to work now, because they have completely filled our cabinets with achievement trophies. So I don't know what the plan is there. I got nothing. Cat, thank you for the prime. Thank you for all the primes. What was the most confusing game you had? Oh, I'm not going to remember that. That is, if I had a confusing game and I wanted to repress that, oh, that's gone. That's gone. I'm not going to remember that. Little desk trophy. Oh, that'd be cool. Hey, I'd be down for that. Little desk trophy just sitting inside of there on the, like on the shelf. Oh, I've also brought up with the developer about the whole not being able to zoom in with any camera except the CCTV. I think he was confused about what I was talking about. I think he was saying when he responded to me, I think he thought I was asking, why can't we zoom in on this camera when we're holding it? When what I meant was, why can't we zoom in with the new zoom feature in the truck? So I'm waiting for a response about that. So we'll see. Why is the truck on the CCTV? Like, why is the CCTV camera outside looking at the truck? It's just an outdoor camera. Yeah, just aesthetics, basically, at that point. Yeah. One of the developers said that there's not going to be more trophies because of limits on consoles. Where did they say it, though? Where did they say it, and who said it? Was it a developer or was it an artist? CJ. Okay. Yeah. And also, that's all word of mouth. I mean, Ben, no offense, Lavender has said a lot of stuff, but it doesn't always happen. It doesn't necessarily happen. It's, if you're curious as to what is going to happen and not going to happen, check the Trello. The Trello is where you want to go, because that has all your information. Okay. Hi, Z. Weekend's going well, friend. Yeah, we're hanging, man. We do be chilling. We do be chilling. Sim with the tier 3. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, check that Trello. Yep, the link is in chat right there. Thank you. If you check that stuff you can say to others with confidence. If it's word of mouth, you have to say, I'm not sure, but so we will see. Peaches, thank you for the 2 months. Sim. My God. Mega, thank you for the sub. Welcome in. Scullin, appreciate you guys. Damn. Do we have any updates on what kind of time frame Grafton is on? Not yet, Neon. No, the second that I find out, you know that I'll tell you guys. But we haven't heard anything yet. I got a drop, but haven't linked my Twitch to Phaz yet. Still good to go for my drop? That I don't know. I'm assuming that if you still somehow earned the drop, that maybe once you link, then it will automatically go to your game. That's my assumption, is that if it said you got it, then go ahead back to Phas, link your stuff together, and you should be okay. I linked mine out. There you go. There you go. Proof in the pudding. There's some people in chat right now. That's exactly what they did, and they were fine. Do you have cursed possessions in your custom? Which custom? Oh, this? Oh, this isn't, no. This isn't a set custom that I was like, this was me tinkering, playing around. This is my, I'm not going to earn any money. I'm just trying to figure things out custom. So it just depends on which one. Oh my goodness. Hey, thank you for the biddies. Goddess, hello. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in, guys. Hi. So, like I said, Sunday is a pretty chill day. So, I mean, that is the intention, and that's what we're going to stick with, is it being a pretty chill day. Unless the game decides otherwise. Go back and watch old streams every day. I appreciate that. If it sucks to watch them back on Twitch, you can always go watch them back on the VOD channel, because every single one of my streams I have go to YouTube. So every single one of them is on the VOD channel that you can go back and scrub through and find stuff that's way easier than on Twitch. Yeah. Less puns today? No, nobody said that. Hey, Ben, welcome in, man. Chill day until the Phas goes. Yep, I say chill day, and we're not going to get, like, it's going to be a thay immediately out the gate. Sound recorder's your biggest headache. Why? Why? I feel like I haven't been having an issue because I'm not solely focusing on the sound recorder. I'm focusing on other things and then randomly checking the sound recorder. And if nothing's happening right then, I move on and I just try something else and then come back. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I do. Oh, Sam, thank you for the 5 subs. Thank you, dude. Less puns done by you today. Okay, that's fair. Thay's the best worst ghost. I like the Thay. I like how active it is. Yeah, I would agree. Phoenix is right. It's just a learning curve. The more we play, the better we'll get when it comes to using the different equipment. I still really feel like this guy needs, no, I don't want this nerfed, but this, in my opinion right now, is worse than this. Because this, you can find out where the sound is directionally. This, you're going like this until the sound wave goes higher. This, you have a left-right that you can actually like know which direction to go in. So I don't know what they need to do to make this better, but I want this to be better. I want to use this one. The sound recorder hates you. Oh no. Oh no. Cassie, thank you so much for the 6-month prime. Best is tier 3. Of course it is. And that's their intention. Their intention is to make the tier 3 of every single piece of equipment the best. That's the point. You should want to upgrade your equipment to tier 3. But you're still going to have some things that you like more just because of personal preference. I personally will go with a lower tier incense usually because I prefer it. I'd rather not stop the ghost in its tracks. I'd maybe rather do a tier 2 and slow it. But if I'm in a hiding spot and I use a tier 3 incense and I stop the ghost where it is and it was at my hiding spot, I have to run. But if I'm in a hiding spot and I feel like it's coming over to me, I can use tier 1 or 2 and it will keep moving and go away from me, which is why I like tier 1 and tier 2 better. But I still will use tier 3 just to change it up and just make it feel different. I wish they made sound sensors a little more useful. You know, I don't know about making it more useful. I kind of wish that they forced you to use them by making it an objective. Like, get a ghost, I don't know, get a ghost whisperer on the sound sensor. I don't know. Or get a hunting ghost on the sound sensor. You know what I mean? Like, it would make you want to bring them in the map to get the objective. I would like that more. Hey, Sophie, how are you? I like to thermometer most because I like to say I'm checking my friends for a fever with it. Oh, there you go. Which UV do I like the most? 3. It's just so strong. 3 is the best. I love it. Most people love tier 2. They love tier 2. I'm still a tier 3 fan. Use sound sensors on big maps. And there you go. That's the biggest use for them. But I mean, I can show you guys an example of where they can be useful. Let's go to Edgefield and I'll show you where sound sensors can be useful. Okay. Hopefully. Every time I go to do this, I swear to God, every time I go to do this, the ghost immediately shows where it is. And it just makes this whole test worthless. But we'll try it anyway. Welcome in, guys. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend. Welcome, welcome. For me, it is currently 1:20 p.m. Eastern time. But if you are here for drops, please make sure that you do ! Drops and read the message. It will give you all the info you need Thank you guys for the level 7 hype train. Good God. Here, let me turn this back on for a second. Till I got more comfortable listening to hunts in the map, I use sound sensors a lot. Yeah, like I know Chinggis likes to use them a lot because of it helping you find the ghost and then retaining your sanity too. Tier 1 headgear is so much better now with the CCTV. I just have to play more with friends. I have to play more with friends. Once I do that, yeah. Will you be streaming? I will, Tornado. Yep. I always like to get started here first. You just have to read the message, guys. It's not like typing exclamation point drops is going to give you something. Once you type it, read that message that's in chat, and then you're good. I like to use them to test for twins. I don't know, Kat, if I've actually had a successful moment where I've used sound sensors and heard something on one side and none on the other and been like, that's twins. I just think I've been really unlucky when it comes to that. Thank you, Mayor. There you go. It's pinned in chat if you guys need the drop message. There you go. There we go. Okay. Let me get started over there, and then we will actually go into the map, and we'll try the sound sensor strat. Yeah, that should help. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Natty, how are you? What's up, Ty? Hello. Doing solo or someone today? I was planning on doing solo. Yeah, Sundays I typically do solo unless a friend surprises me or something, and then we end up playing. But usually I plan for Sundays to be solo. Yeah. Tommy, welcome in. What's up, Matthew? The Sunday's going very well. It's been very nice chilling with the fam. Have my kiddos over at a birthday party, so we just have the little misses here. Yeah. Luke, what's up, Wes? Hello. We're not playing with viewers. No, not today. We'll have a day next month. Okay. We are ready. Let's do the ting. So I'm going to start this one a little bit differently. Walter Roswell, crucifix, capture a photo, and EMF. But the first thing that I'm going to do, because we are at Edgefield, is I'm going to leave the match, and then we're going to go back in because I did not change my headgear to tier 2. Son of a... I'm not dealing with that all day. No. I'm going to say that I'm going to change it all day, and then I'm not going to change it all day. No way. I don't want night vision. I don't want it. I don't want it in my life. Headgear. Okay, let's try this again. Round 2 fight. Way to go. Sorry. Listen, it was very unintentional. I love the headlamp. It's way more immersive than having to use night vision the whole time. I don't mind changing up the incense. I don't mind. I'll change it after the next game. It's fine. Tier 3s. Makes it harder to see for me. It's fine for me. Yeah, I don't know. And usually with incense, I do prefer tier 1 or 2, but sometimes we'll change it up. It just depends. So we'll go with it. It's fine. Hey, Cap, how are you? What's up, Mira? Tier 3 is situational. I would agree. Like tier 3, when you're doing a APOC challenge, is pretty useful because you don't have lights, right? What's up, Alex? All right. Let us start. Julie, 25% motion sensor ghost event. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take sound sensors in. Something that nobody ever does. Nobody ever starts like this because on a small map especially, they seem really worthless. But if you're very worried about your sanity, they can be extremely useful. So in less than like 30 seconds, I have a sound sensor on every floor. And what I can do is I can go over here, watch this guy. So there's our first. There's the main floor. I'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That covers the entire floor now. So as you can see, each floor is completely covered. So now we can listen. Why do you not make the sound sensor directional and not round always? Because I don't need to. This covers the entire floor. That is helpful if you're on a larger map and you know the direction you want to face it. This, I just want to cover the entire floor. So, no activity from Ghost. Actually, I can do this. We're waiting for it to do something. Those are all ambient sounds. All of them. I would be in there just losing sanity. The best thing I could do right now would be checking temps of the rooms. Nudity. Well, with the shade, I guess we could leave. Was that hallway? I think that was the hallway. I think that was this. These two went off at the same time, but I think it was the main hallway. It's not like a shoe. It's done a single interaction this entire time. Yeah, I just saw that go off again. So, oh, it just flipped a switch. It's not a mare. So if I go like this. Yeah, there we go. Another throw. So there we go. It's the main hallway. And I know it's the main hallway, especially because if I'm on the main hallway screen, which is this, because there's the top floor, middle floor, basement. If I check this, that's the floor I'm on. So we know we're on the hallway. If I wanted to, I could go like this and minimize where it is. We're just going to go look for thrown items. It's fine. It's no biggie. But I'm still basically at full sanity. What did you throw? All right, you're throwing a bunch of stuff in the kitchen, yeah? Wait, what? Oh, was that the switch? I did. Oh, no, I wasn't ready. There's a fart ball. That's a great start. Yeah, see the plate over there? That's not normally there. Yeah, EMF 4. Let's get the power first. I saw it on the truck. I knew that it was in the garage, so we're good. We saw the bone. Oh, you flipped this switch. Okay. That's how you know it's not a mare. It turned that light on and it turned this light on. So we'll turn them off. 5 degrees. Definitely ghost room. Lovely. Love this method on big maps. It's really useful, especially if you're riding solo and you don't want to run around high school the entire time, which can really, really suck. It's really, really good idea. Yeah. All right. Let's now do a video camera. Let's do book dots. We have another photo I can take. We have dirty water. Parabolic mic is 10 times better than the sound sensor. Oh, I way prefer the parabolic over the sound sensor, but they're both very useful. Any herbs? See you chucking stuff. It'd be nice to get... You know what? Let's hold record for a minute. Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll give us an interaction, a throw or like a ghost event or something, and then we can knock off at least one video recording. Hallway orbs? I mean, I would think no, but... Okay. Stop it. Nah. That's a throw, yeah? Yeah, object thrown. All right, let's put this down. Actually, wait. I don't want it on the tripod. I want it down here. Just in case it does writing, I want to catch it. Did you see the mimic will give 2 pieces of evidence? No on 1 evidence runs? No, it's a bug. It's not a, it will do it now. The ghost was giving dots. I'm pretty sure they fixed it. Oh, I should have stopped it. Dang it. Who dat? Hey, Topsy, welcome in. How are you? Thank you for the follows. Welcome in, guys. Mexican guy, thank you for the 4 months. Haven't checked out the update yet? Yeah. Oh, wait, you haven't checked out Chronicle at all? All right, I'm not seeing anything. Those dots are going to get annoying. I am going to go turn them off in a second. Our first goal is to figure out what the ghosty is. That is number 1 on the list. A stream you can watch? Oh, because it's a better time for you? Yeah. That's why I stream the time I do on Sundays. No. Oh my gosh, it's pooped in all the sinks. Stop it. I don't want any chalky milk. Just in case you do something, I want to be at the ready. Stop. Up another throw. Let's do this. Where are you? Are you here?
I'm far from there.
Why are you far? Where are you? Are you near? Are you here?
I'm far from
Where are you?
Get away.
Are you near?
Far.
Why are you always far? Where are you? Mr. Chinggis! Where are you?
It's far and wide.
Are you near?
I'm far from there.
I'm not going to get writing. Where are you? Whatever. Okay. We have Spirit Box. I'm not going to get writing it just through the book. When you have a 3 evidence run and the ghost throws the book, you can just cross off writing because it's not going to do it now. Okay. Thank you, Juju. Kev, what up, homie? Chrissy, thank you so much for the sub. Hello. You didn't know that? Yeah, on a 3 evidence run. Oh, what did you just do? Oh, I think that would have been the same thing. On a 3 evidence run, if the ghost throws the book, you can go ahead and cross it off because it's not going to write in it. If it doesn't give you UV, you could assume it's not going to give you UV, but if Obake is an option, then you need to be very careful. Do you think with fewer evidence, it's harder to get the media? Oh, yeah, because you have some media that will give you video, audio, and photo. So it definitely makes it a little bit harder. Absolutely, for sure. Wes, thank you for the prime. Mr. Chinggis, how's your weekend, sir? Well, okay, let's start knocking some stuff off the list because I have Spirit Box. I do not have orbs. I could go ahead and say probably not. We haven't seen a 5. I could check for freezing again. I'm not getting dots. So we're playing Guess Who at this point because of what it's doing, what it's not doing. Oh, Goddess, thank you for the subs. I'm about to overstimulate myself. Here we go. Game on. Game on. This update definitely feels scarier when I play. It's because it's just uneasy. That's a 5. Yes, sir. It's like my kids laughing whenever they like tell their own joke and laugh at when they tell a joke and they laugh at their own joke. That's literally them. You can record EMF beeps on the sound recorder if it's an EMF 5. But this, why'd the sound stop? Can I still get you? Okay. Interesting. Oh, check for UV. It did touch Nanor. We have no UV. Okay, good, good, good. Can other ghosts now slam the doors like the Ure? Actually, funny enough, the Ure just has a really, really boring slam now. Are you a Wraith? Wait a minute, where's my salt? Did you just teleport to me? Is that what that EMF 2 is? I mean, not a 2, sorry. The EMF 5 that was probably an EMF 2? Let's go get motion sensors. Oh, this turret's probably a Wraith. Urais are always boring. They can be. Thank you for the follows, guys. Welcome in. The Ure was getting way better. It was getting way better. It was using its ability way more often. But now, because of this new cool door shut thing that they added, now the Ure ability is just awful. Oh, you son of a... It just walked in the salt. Is this twins? EMF, Spirit Box, and freezing. Okay, we need to check for freezing. I just heard it walk in the salt. Ah, you turd. Wait. Drop all those. Give me this. Walk in another salt. Let's go. Lasagna lover. Hello. Come on. You called it in the beginning. The 100% guess of twins. It has done nothing to make us think that it's twins. Got her. All right. right, now I do this. I'm focusing on one media at a time right now. Do the thing. It's twins, I swear. What did it do to make you think it was twins? It touched stuff. Oh, what? It squeezed me. Lucky, yes. Okay, well. All right. Okay, want to play this game? Fine. You want to play hardball? Let's play hardball. Why is it not showing up, though? Like, look, it's not showing up as an interaction. I'm gonna have to get something else on video first, aren't I? This is a bug. Let me get another video camera, actually. Let me see if we can solve this problem. Let's go see, because this has happened to me multiple times now, where all of a sudden I can't capture video, and I'm wondering if it's just that camera that's bugging out for some stupid reason. 90%. We are fine. It's a feature. That's right. It's a bright hallway. Okay, walk. And you did. Oh God, I did. Okay, well, that's fine. You disappeared, but guess what? It did work. Okay, so if I were to, let's pretend I'm going to capture the motion sensor. Now it's fixed. Why? I don't understand. Oh, I'm not ready for you. I need 2 more videos. I could get this. Blow that out. Can you record flickering lights? Yes, you can. So, I mean, if I wanted to, I could stare like this. It's trying to stop us. Don't stop me now. Thank you for the 2 months. Oh no, I was looking at chat. Son of a, I was staring right at the lights and I looked over at you guys. Gosh dang it. It's a me problem. It's not a you problem. All right. I need another sound, which is literally the same exact device. Also, this guy right here. Where are you?
Was taken away.
There's did you finish recording? Oh yeah, I had the paranormal laughing. Oh yeah. Okay, there's 3. I need 3 photos. So we could do that via the bone, the ghost. If I get the ghost. The cursed possession, which I don't even think I found yet. Which spirit box answer is me? There's 3 responses that I have. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off. That's annoying. The freezing temps. It's broken. It's broken. Hey. Can you tell me more about Twitch? Sure. It's a awesome streaming platform that allows you to interact with a really great community. Sometimes. All right. Cursed possession time. So it's not the music box. It's not the mirror. It's not the cards. The whole game's broken. What do we do? Just burn it. Burn it to the ground. Sometimes. No Frank? No monkey paw. Oh, it's probably the summoning circle. Oh, darn it. Gosh darn it. Hey, Theory, how are you? What's up, madam? Yeah, there it is. One more photo, and then I can drain my sanity. We know that it walked in salt, so we know it's twins. Maybe I walk up here, ghost events, we take a photo, we call it a day. Excuse you. Photo-wise, I have dirty water, EMF, bones, summoning. Maybe a levitating object? Oh, that'd be cool. I don't think I've gotten a levitating object photo yet. What if hold on. I have an idea. What if we do this and this to the side of one of those and one of these? What if I take all of the items that are throwable in this room and put them in a pile? It's not a Pulte pile. It's just so that way I can concentrate my focus on this pile to get the levitating object. What if I do that? I think that might be the way. I could take a picture of freezing, yes, but I want to do this. I'm focused. Oh, the levitating objects themselves are really cool. I agree. Hey. Okay, we're fine. That was very anticlimactic. There's that. All right, we have a bunch of objects here. Oh. Do you hear that? It's touching doors upstairs. It's reaching through the floor to touch. Okay. All right. What'd I do with my photo camera? It's right there. Never mind. I'm going to go get a smudge. Hey, Chess, I'm good. How are you? The door shakes stress me out. I need to drop my sanity, but I can do that myself. I can light the circle and do it myself. I'd rather the ghosty not be able to do it for itself. The freezing temperature picture is from the thermometer itself. All right. Levitate. We've concentrated all the objects into one little spot. Hey, Peyton, how are you? What's up, Mike? It's not walking around here, though. You notice the motion sensors aren't going off? Where'd you go, hotshot? Oh, okay. It's -7 degrees. You know what? No. I don't want a photo of that. I want a photo of this. You can get a picture of levitating objects too. Yes, if it decides to. Stop farting in the sink. But you notice the motion sensors, it's not walking around. Okay, let's find out where it went. It might be moving rooms. I think it's back in here now. This went off and that went off. I think. It's in the hallway right now. Are you moving to the hallway? Is that what's happening here? It's not that cold here. What do you mean? What do you mean? But if it's walking over there, I mean, I might as well move all the objects over there. Lazy? I guess. The lights are off. We're just sitting in the dark. Hey, Heater, how are you? Yeah, it's over there. I don't know if it's like walking back and forth between this room, that room, or if it's starting to try to go to the basement. It better freaking not be. That makes our job a little harder, though. Ghost is going on a house tour, I guess. Here, let's take this stuff and put it over there. It's going to do it when I'm not ready. I'll give it a knife. That seems appropriate. Oh, it's throwing stuff over in dining. Did you just hear that? Oh, I don't need you. I need you. And then I need this cup, that cup. And yeah. Do that. Do that. That. Flashlight. Photo camera. And actually, wait. I'll put this out here. For the sake of our life. Hey, what's up, Luca? And then let's turn these lights off. We want the lights off because the ghost cannot throw objects from a lit room. As in, if it's standing in a lit room, it will not throw an object in that room. A shade won't throw an object inside of a room if you're in the room with it. Well, difficulty, we're playing on professional just because it's really nice to be able to get a lot more things, a lot more different media. We want the ghost to levitate the object so we can take a photo and get a different type of photo. You see, Ghosty's here. It's walking back and forth. Zoidberg, hello. Usually you could probably get these accidentally by just being in a room with the ghost and then, oh, did you light the fire, Hotshot? Oh, you did. I was like, what the hell's that flame? I didn't do that. Okay. Any day now. Levitate. I don't know what else to do for you, Ghost. Thank you for the follows, guys. Welcome in. Hello. I really want to get a levitating object photo and the ghost has just completely stopped doing everything. I don't know if that's because of my sanity. It's literally midair. I don't know what to do at that point. The object is here in the photo. It is there. Okay, cool. This rate we need to settle. I know. I could settle, but I'd rather just get it. Like, how do you know the difference? If I took a photo of the object midair and it didn't count, am I just hoping that it decides to levitate instead of throw? How do you know that it's going to levitate and not throw the object? Do you watch it like get levitated and then as the object starts to go back down, you take a photo? Okay. It just blew out the firelight that it lit. Maybe it's shy. I don't care. Do the thing. Do the thing. You're right, though. I might give up. If it's going to be lame and not do that, we might just go drop our sanity and then get out of here. Haven't been able to get one either. I don't know. Maybe we're just not taking the right kind of photos. But you see the ghost doing nothing, right? Now it's over there. Now it's back over here, standing on the pile as we speak. Okay, that's enough. It's going to do it now. I don't give a shit. We're not doing this. I'm not playing this game with you, Ghost. All right, we don't need that anymore. I have incense on me, which is fine. Crucifix is here. That's good. Let's go light the circle, drain our sanity. There we go. It might hunt. So I do have to be careful, SpongeBob. Never even tried to hunt me. Our sanity is below 25%. Yeah, what a lame-o. All right. Good enough for me. That's fine. We got all the unique media, which was the thing that mattered. It's twins. We found our evidence with Spirit Box and with EMF and freezing. And we have the bone and all the stuff. So get me out of here. If voice recognition was added to console? Yeah, voice recognition was added a while ago. It's been a while.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
I know. I would like to get some of these things. If it takes an extra minute or two, that's fine. But if it's doing nothing like that, no shot. Sorry for being late. Had to make breakfast. That's not a good excuse. We're all pretty disappointed, actually, right now. What'd you have for breakfast? See you, Gall. Have a good one. Ghost just vibing. Well, gosh dang it. Why doesn't it just vibe better? Thank you for the gifteds. Thank you so much for the 5 subs. Pancakes? Hey, there you go. I haven't made waffles in a while. I need to do that. Twin got anxious. Yeah, it happens. Your first perfect game took 59 minutes. If you're just getting used to all the different media, it's understandable why it might take a little while. Yeah. You're trying to rewire your brain to remember what you can take photos of, or sorry, you're rewiring your brain to know what you can take a photo of, or if it has to be a video, if you should get this audio type. It's tough. Waffles and peanut butter? I don't think I've ever tried. Can you still take photos of firelights going out? No. No, you need to think of it like if you were showing this to somebody to prove that a ghost existed. If you showed somebody like a lantern that was not lit and said, "Oh, look what it did," would they believe you? What's the best ghost and why is it a Dio? No, that's just wrong. It's okay to be wrong. Yeah, it's okay. PB&J waffle. Okay, where to next? I can video during a hunt. You can. It's a little dicey, but you definitely can do it. Yeah. The best ghost is a mimic mimicking a Moroi. Listen, if a mimic wants to mimic a Dio, that's fine. That's totally fine. Hey, come on. What's up, dude? Good old Point Hope. Yeah, I'm sorry. Whoever says that. Good old Point Hope. You guys want me to do prison? You can video a dead friend? Yes, you can. As long as you get it while they are entering the afterlife. Yeah. When in doubt, Camp Woodwind. Again, I'm a little, Woodwind's it's higher on the list than it used to be. That's for sure. It used to be way down there. Prison? Okay. Shell, thank you for the 9 months. It's a baby. We shall name him Jeremy. What a great name. Oh, little Jeremy. My favorite ghost is a mimic. I love mimics because they're very unpredictable and they can be any ghost at any time. My favorite map is Willow Street just because I really enjoy the layout. It's a fast map. It's a really great layout. I love it. I got a regular ghost, a dots video, and a ghost hunt in one game. That's cool. That's really cool. Oh, Willow's so good. I can't wait for this remake. This is the next bigger update that they're going to have coming up soon is Grafton with a remake. When? We don't know yet. You can figure that out by either following all their socials or me. I mean, because I will absolutely announce whenever they announce it. So you'll get a ping from me somewhere. But let's go to prison and have ourselves a good time. I am going to change my incense though. I did say I was going to do that. Oh, I have ads coming soon. You know what? We're about to do prison. This is going to take a minute. I'm going to go ahead and do the ads now. I do 3 minutes of ads every hour. So that way you guys don't get any pre-rolls when you first enter the stream, because if you're not subbed and you don't have turbo, when you enter a stream that does not control the ads, you get ads the second you join. I would much rather me control them and you guys not get hit in the middle of a game, and you can just watch every game through its entirety without needing to sub or needing to have turbo. So I'm going to go ahead and run them now. It's 3 minutes long. You might get a second of it. You might get all 3, but we will BRB as soon as they are done. Okay. Okay. Cool. Groovy. Groovy, groovy, groovy. Paka, thank you for the sub. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the follows. Jay, Sladen, Zayden, Raving, Muffin. Welcome in. Random question. What do the different sub tiers offer? More emotes as of right now until the other thing that I could do would be offer more things in Discord. I don't know what that would be yet though. But yeah, as of right now, you get more access. You get access to more emotes. You get a higher role inside of the Discord. Yeah. Is there a new map in the making? There is, and it's going to come out this year. We don't know what the map is going to be. But we do know that it's coming this year. Hey, Lightwolf, how are you? The day has been good. Day's been good. We have second coffee, which is always a plus. Outside of that, been hanging with the fam. We did some early morning charades because that's what my daughter wanted. So all's well. Mrs. Flash is great. She's been able to get a lot of rest. Yeah. Brand new map? Yes. Yes, there's going to be a brand new map this year. We don't know what it's going to be yet, but the only information they've given us is that it's going to be a map that is like one we've never had before. Is second coffee like second breakfast? Yeah, because I don't eat breakfast usually, so I guess it kind of is. In a manner of speaking. Jay! Oh, hey, how are you? Some early morning charades. Sounds so fun. It's really funny because we actually have a board game that is charades, and it has pre-made cards and all that jazz, but then she made her own charades. So she had a little tub that had a bunch of charades stuff in it, and she was like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and act them all out. I just need you to guess. I was like, okay, that's fine. Yeah. Do you believe? I don't know. I don't know. Midnight, I have no clue. No. Until we get more information, I mean, we could speculate 1,500 things. It's so hard to say. What kind of map would you like it to be? I don't know. It's so hard to tell. Like, I would love like a motel map. A motel map would be pretty cool, right? Where you can be outside and then you have like the separate rooms and different rec area. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool. But we'll see. All right, 30 seconds left and then we're going in. A ship map? Why are people so obsessed with the idea of a ship? Is it because of like Roblox or Minecraft or something? I know Minecraft Phasmophobia had like a boat map. There is a really large obsession with a certain group of the community that really want it to be a boat. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Aralential, I think. Is that how I pronounce it? Broken Carnival, I would love. Ara? Is it Ara? 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 I would love a broke down carnival. Okay, that didn't help me because I'm going to say it the same way. Era 1, Ara 2. Era 1, Ara 2. An abandoned theme park is my dream map. That's the map I would love to have. 2. Wait. Ara. I'm going to get there. It's me and reading is just a no-go. Yes. Nailed it. All right, we're back. Ads are done. Graveyard with tombs to explore. That'd be cool. Yeah, I think a theme park would be amazing. It's just that it would be a larger map. You can't do a small map. There'd be no way. It would have to be a medium or a large. But just imagine how cool that would be. Oh man, if you could actually like get on a Ferris wheel, if you had like a mirror maze, all those different, there's just so much opportunity. That'd be so good. I like the circus on GEI. Something like that'd be cool. Yeah, I would love it. Well, everybody wants me to go to prison. I'm not exactly sure why, what I did wrong, but I suppose we will do it. Every single seat on the Ferris wheel is a separate room. And the ghost is just sitting there. Okay. A big majority, Juju. A big majority. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Thank you for all the follows, guys. All right. They left in a hurry. Why did they do it? Alex Young. Get our sanity below 25. Cleanse the ghost and escape. So the objectives are not awful. Not that bad. You think they should make a camp map? Have you played Phasmophobia before? You do know that there's literally 2 different campsites, right? Anyway, so let's check this. Why is it so dark? Why? I can't see a thing in here. All right, well, okay. Well, hopefully if we have orbs, maybe it'll stand out actually more. But I see no orbs. Big sad. Big sad. Imagine if I could see it through one of the windows from this back cam. I see a little orb floating around. Oh, how cool would that be? At first I thought I did, but it's really just a scratch on the screen. So that didn't help me very much. A graveyard be sick. That would be cool. Yeah, there's a lot of really good suggestions from the community. I'm hoping that they listen to some of them. You heard the rumor of sewer or apartment. People have been wanting like an apartment building ever since the game was created. And I think that's definitely a rumor. CCTV in prison is useless? Absolutely not. If you have an orb here, or here, not the main hallway, sorry. I mean, A block, B block, that's not useless at all. If anything, the larger maps are way more useful. You have way more information on these than you do on the smaller maps. We're going to do this, and I'm going to do an EMF. Do that. I can see where the power is. Ayo. All right, power's upstairs, but where? Okay, it's in that little room right next to the infirmary. So let's go find it. Oh, the CCTV is our buddy on large maps. Wait a minute. Okay, I did grab it. Never mind, we're fine. It is definitely a rare occasion to see an orb, especially when you're playing on lower evidence, but it's still possible. Hello, music box. We're going straight for power. It's number 1 on our list. You're wondering why they don't want to do like a Steam workshop? The main reason they don't want to do that is like the same, like they don't want to facilitate mods for the game until the game is complete, and then they'll like think about it. How's Coach? She's recovering well. I don't know. Good, I guess. How's Chiba? There's nothing wrong with her, by the way. It's just, yeah, like, I don't know. Good. There was an object throw, but I was looking at you guys, so I did not see if that was upstairs or downstairs. Apparently I'm Chesney's dad. All right. Isaiah, hello. How's Flash? Flash is good. How's Goddess? Can a player in the van record a hunting ghost from the CCTV? I don't think you have the ability to record from the CCTV, which is odd. Sort of along the same lines of it being weird that you can't zoom in on the main cameras. I'm waiting here for a second because I 100% heard a throw. I just don't know if that was downstairs or upstairs. So that's downstairs. And I heard it over there. So the question is, which room is it? Is it in the library? Is it in this main area here? Is it in the cafeteria? You're not in here, are you? Oh, ping. How do I know it's downstairs? On the tier 3 parabolic, it's awesome because you have arrows indicating if it's up or down. How many Twitch Faz badges are there? Technically 2. You can unlock one right now and you'll be able to unlock another one on July 1st. Which room are you in, Hotshot? Are you a library ghost? Are you cafeteria, maybe? I don't know how far away that was. Who's the ghost? Why is it always who's the ghost? Why is it never how's the ghost? Not a problem. Don't mind if I do. You heard him. We're out of here. You got it, buddy. Oh, my. I don't think he's a fan of our existence. Damn. All right, we'll skedaddle over here. We'll go get more stuff. It's in the cafeteria. I haven't had a cafeteria ghost in quite a while. Oh, the sounds that they've added have been really great. I think it's a really great mix of... like, look at this night vision. Oh, they need to fix these so bad. There's literally nothing we can see here. A mix of making it realistic where like on the spirit box, you would actually, if you were using the spirit box for what it's for, you would actually like go through different radio stations to pick up different words it would use to speak back to you. But then these creepy sounds, these super creepy noises that we get on the parabolic, I can see better without actually clicking in. So when I click in, I can't see squat. When I click away, we're good. So where's the night vision? Yeah, I don't think we have that here. But we can kind of see. All right. Let's get another camera in there and then we'll get this. It's going to be a little bit tough. That is not a small room by any means. Oh boy. Doing some prison? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I figure why not. Prison freaks you out. Azu, thank you so much for the 7 months. Yeah, dude said, get out. You know what it sounded like? It really reminded me of the Get Out from, was it X-Men? When Nightcrawler said that? Press these for the first time. Nice. GG's. Yeah, it sounds just like it. Get out. Like the same exact way. All right, where are we at, Hotshot? I know I heard you. Yeet. Oh, wait. Oh, got it. Let's go. Object throw. Hell yeah. Now we're talking. Do this. I'm actually going to do this instead. I'm going to set the video camera like this, just in case it writes in the book so I can get it. Maybe. And then this is going to be hard. This is okay. This is going to be tough. If I want to take advantage of it with the camera, I think what I want to do is I want to set this like this. And then we'll go get another one. APOC 3, this challenge? Yeah, rough. Oh, Fiverr? You got it, boss. Now we're talking. I was going to set that up so I could maybe try to see both, but I see that we're not going to have to actually do that. Silver, hello. Game Pro, how are you? Oh, did you shut the power off? Oh, you're just rude. I'm not about to go up and down stairs 1,500 times to turn this power back on and off. What a jerkhole. Currently playing 2. Nice. How's the games going? Dot side of the table. I'm going to go get the other dots probably if it's if it doesn't show it to us right away. Ruda. In the words of Moon Bunny, Ruda. All right. I already have a throw. We already have EMF 5. We're getting stuff. I don't see any orbs in here. That would have been way more noticeable, and it's not there. Tis not. But maybe we'll get lucky and get dots. Tips for completing APOC 3. Be very patient. If you're on tier 3 equipment, make sure that whenever you go to throw your stuff in the front door, you don't throw lit lanterns on top of smudges because they will burn. Parabolic is your friend. Be able to tell which direction the ghost is coming from. If you're uncomfortable with the speed and you're not sure what it could be, make sure that you go to the unofficial cheat sheet that was made by Zero, because you can actually check the speeds that way. By tapping, by listening to what a 150 ghost that's like a twin sounds like, you know. Lanterns can burn the smudges now. They sure can. Now, I think Tater tested it and it didn't happen like if the incense is in somebody's hand, but he did throw it on the ground and it lit the incense. Like he had like 3 or 4 of them together and one lantern lit all of them up as he was prepping to run in the house. Yeah. Have a nice stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, lady, how are you? Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome in. All right. Ghosty's not really giving us much beyond that. It's hard to know exactly where it is, though. So what I think we're going to try to do is do some motion sensors. Maybe this will help. Threw something to the right. Yeah, it's walking back and forth, back and forth. It's hard to tell. Do you only play Phasmophobia as horror game? No, I play it as a puzzle game. I also, you know, play it for fun and all the things. You just finished your APOC. GG's. It's hard. It's tough. It's harder now, especially if you use it for what it is and get the audio and the video and the different photos that they require for the objectives. It's tough. We don't know if it's a bug or not. We're not sure. That's the thing that's tough. It might be a bug. It might not be a bug. You got the Pulte pilot, the new animation. Oh, let's go. I haven't had a chance. No, there's certain ghosties I haven't gotten, and I'm not about to sit here and re-roll 50,000 times to get that ghost. Yeah. If you have any game suggestions for me, you can put it in my suggestion channel in Discord. Please feel free. If you put it here, I'm definitely not going to remember it. Hey, Minnie, how are you? I don't know if it's a bug. Yeah, I don't know either, Angler. I'm not sure. I almost hope it is, because that sucks. That sucks. Reset for good objectives for APOC. Yep, that's something we always suggest. There's no point in fighting with the game with those really, really tough objectives. All right, so I don't know where it's walking around, but it's definitely not walking around those tables. That sucks. Okay, never mind. We found it. Hey, Fox, welcome in. Trill, thank you for the prime. Oh, of course, Blaze, I appreciate it. Yeah. If you put in the suggestion channel, I'll definitely take a look. Or you can feel free to DM me. Either way. Okay, so you are walking around enough. I feel like if you were Dots or Book, you probably would have interacted with it because there's not a lot to do in there. There's some trays to throw around, but it's not much. So we'll do this. And I'm going to do this just to keep our sanity up. I do have EMF 5 and I need to not forget it. I don't see orbs. So early hunting, I mean, we're not seeing dots right now either. Dots are supposed to be higher with Agorio. Like you're supposed to see them more. Hey, Felix, welcome in. Good to see you. Are you doing Twitch drops on Phaz? I certainly am. They will be active today for the animated badge. By watching today or watching tomorrow, you still have the ability to get the badge. But after Monday, after that, then you can earn the non-animated badge. Which difficulty? Playing on Pro. Pro's been just so fun recently with looking for all the different things we can get for media. I've been really enjoying it. Stream's going good, Super. How are you? Didn't understand how I get the badge. Oh, well, if you look a couple messages up, it explains in the chat how to get it. All right, let's wait till we see the motion so I know that I'm standing with the ghost. How do you earn the non-animated? The same exact way that you earned the animated one, by watching stream for probably 2 hours. Except the difference is that whenever that one comes out, it'll be available to all creators. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you close? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? I'm standing right on top of it. I think that's a no on the spirit box. I think that's a no. All right, I'm going to put that down. We're going to go get some salt now. Do you know if they're going to make it so the bronze trophy shows up in the lobby? Cassie, I have a feeling that they've changed it to where your highest trophy for the apocalypse is the one that shows. I'm not 100% on that. If anybody does not have gold but has bronze or silver, you'll have to let me know what trophy shows up for you. And then when you get a higher one, if it shows that one next. I assume, but I don't know. Tyler, what's up, dude? You trying for a perfect game? I've always, like with every game, I've really been trying for perfect games because it's just been worth it. Checking out all the media, getting used to everything whenever we can. You have bronze and it shows. So whenever you get silver, you have to let me know if it upgrades to silver. You have bronze and nothing shows. Ooh, Juju, I would message them in Discord and say that you have bronze and it's not showing up. That doesn't sound right. That sounds wrong. Debbie, thank you for the 10 months. What up, dude? Okay, salt time. We're going to go check for UV. I only have EMF. We weren't getting spirit box. I was right on top of the ghost. It might be writing or freezing. Maybe. Gonna look in the case. I appreciate you, Z. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's get another book in there, actually. We'll get another book, and then we'll also get the preemptive crucifix. Took a 5-hour nap. You call that a nap? That's a slumber. What the hell? 5-hour nap. That's how much I sleep at night. Love the design. Me too. Yeah, they've done so many updates to this game, and they've made so many great changes. Happy if I sleep 5 hours a night. Break, same, right? That's what I'm saying. All of yours are showing on PC. All? Wait. What do you mean all? As in, you have all 3 trophies on your thing? Because I only see the gold one. 8 hours is full sleep. Yeah, I don't get 8 hours a night. There's just no shot that's happening for me. Oh no. Well, you know, it was great to have it. I really enjoyed it when it was here. Say bye to the crucifix. Bye. It just disappeared. It's in the truck now. I would almost guarantee it. Son of a bitch. All right, where are you walking, a-hole? Was that over here? I think that was over here. Gosh darn it. You see all 3 trophies. Okay, well, then I have a message to send because I don't. Only gold is there. Right. Some people are saying they see all 3 trophies. And that doesn't make sense. Are you... Goo. Hey. Oh, I mean, I'll eat. All right. Where would the other 2 even be? I don't know, because my case is completely full. That's a fantastic question that I don't have an answer to. All right, fine. You want to do this? Let's do this. You're setting this off. Come on. Thank you. Now, give me this. Footsies. Okay. We're just walking under the table now. Yeah, that makes sense. Writing, freezing. It's probably going to be freezing, yeah? If we're just placing bets. I don't know. Thrashy, thank you for the sub. If you're not going to give me this, you're not interacting with the book. How do I earn the red ID badge Twitch drop thing? It's not a red ID badge. Toxic. No, the red ID badge is the kinetic partner badge. Why'd you be a Goryo? Maybe. I mean, it's walking over here a lot. Maybe I need to move this stuff and the things. Maybe we move it actually over here because it's walking over here a bunch. If we get dots now, it would be a Goryo, but I'm not going to be able to get that while I'm in the room with it. Let's put a book over here. Put a book over here. Let's put the video camera over here. And then let's return to the truck. See if we can get a Goryo. Inmate's your favorite badge you've earned? Inmate. Is that the Sunny Meadows? Oh, thank you. Is that the one from Sunny Meadows? So if I had the option for a Hantu here, I could go ahead and cross that off. Hantus can't turn the power on. The power box, Hantus can't touch it. I'm sorry. The power box, Hantus can't turn power on. Jins can't turn it off. So it turned the power off earlier, meaning it can't be a Jin. And then it turned the power back on, meaning it can't be a Hantu. It felt bad for me. I think it did too. So knowing that it can't be a Hantu, that means I can't. I mean, knowing that it can't be a Jin, I should have known I'm not going to be able to get freezing anyway. So that means it's ghost writing or dots. It felt bad. Guy running around smacking walls and stuff. Let's go over here. If it wrote in the book, I might have missed it. It's definitely possible, but maybe not. Again, we have dots or writing, and the ghost is walking around a lot over here. So we're hoping to see it. You think it's a Goryo? It might be. The dots that I had that were open on the left-hand side of the cafeteria might have just been too far away. But I have both books over there, so hopefully we'll see one of them lift. If it throws the book, that's also information, because then we know it can't be ghostwriting. So either or. Throw the book, write in the book. That will answer it if it's not going to give us dots. Can you see if the pen is on the book? If I have the camera close enough. Yeah. If it's going to be a dingus and it's going to take forever, or like if it wrote the second I walked away and I can't see it from here, I'll just go back and look. That's not a big deal. You can't fool me, Mimic. Mm-hmm. All ghosts can fuss with the door to the breaker. Oh, yeah. Yep. Some people will get a little bit confused when they think that they got a Jinn ability because they had an EMF 2 at the breaker box, but really it was the ghost just touching the door. So you have to be careful about that. Serge, thank you for the sub. As you can see, we have a very stubborn ghost. Very, very stubborn. I'm going to bring in the other dots. Maybe another video camera? Just for kicks. Toxic, thank you for the biddies. And I'll start bringing in media, I suppose, too. Oh my God, Rock. Flash has a bug if he only sees the gold one. What I don't understand is that where would you possibly see the bronze and also the silver in the trophy case? Because my trophy case is 100% full. There's not a single open spot. So maybe you see the bronze and the silver if you haven't gotten those achievements. I don't know. I'd have to confirm with the dev. Or if you don't see the new truck stuff, if you don't see the new media, that means that your game is not updated. Or you're playing on a cracked version of the game, which is woof. Which also, somebody commented on my video and tried to get help with their cracked version of the game. How dense are you to think that I'm going to help? No writing, but it also has not written in anything. I mean, sorry, that was a stupid thing to say. No writing, but it also has not thrown a book, is what I meant to say. Where's the ghost now? It's not setting any of the motion sensors off. Maddie, thank you for the prime. I still see my breath. Cracked as in pirated? That's correct. As in illegally downloading the game. Yes. There are people that do that. And then they ask a Kinetic Games partner, oh, what in the absolute hail? What took you so long? It's a miling. What an absolute turd butt. Ay, ay, ay. Can you put dots on those pillar-like things? You can. Yeah, but we're not going to have dots. We have all of our evidence. We have EMF, ultraviolet, and ghostwriting. It's a miling 100%. Now we just have the objectives to do, and then we decide if it's worth getting some things or if it's not. At least it waited for you to fill it. Wait, to fill it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, asking a Kinetic Games partner how to help with a cracked illegal version of the game is just next level smart. What did they say? Did I screen grab that? I might have. Please tell me. Oh, I did. I did. Their comment on one of my videos was, hi, I installed the new version of the game. It's cracked portable, not from Steam. But when I launched the game, I changed the game settings and can't apply. Also, why whenever I update the games, new maps and items and lobby are not for me? I mean, my friends download from same site, but it's okay for them. Sorry, my English is bad. So I said, so you're asking for advice on how to fix your cracked illegal version of Phasmophobia. I do have advice for that. Enter, enter, enter 15 times. Don't do that. What do you want me to say? They just so happen to not provide a helpline for people that are doing illegal activity. Homie, hotshot. Some people are so dumb. It hurts my feelings. Get the bone. Oh, that's going to take forever. What are the odds that we're going to find the bone fast? Maybe the devs are testing us. They see my comment and go, okay, he's good. We're fine. We're fine. 1 to 10? I do it's like 1 to 50. You can do it. Oh, I'm not convinced. Wait. Am I losing it? Did I just hear an EMF beep? I don't know what I just heard. Okay. That was weird. That was really, really strange. Okay. That was weird. 10% chance. All right. Where should I start? I'm losing it. I swear to God, I thought I just heard an EMF beep. The chances are low, but you can do it. We'll come back for that. I have this. I have a smudge. Oh, no. I'm going to come back. I'm going to go get a photo camera. If we're going to find it, I'm at least going to take advantage of getting a photo. I didn't hear anything. It could have been one of the fences making a sound, and I thought I heard a beep. I've been reporting those charge for levels in Phas multiplayer lobbies. The devs said they need their Steam code. Yeah. If I remember correctly, I think they said that if you could screen grab the lobby that has their name in it, like as in you're in the lobby with them, get a screen grab real fast. And then once you do that, you have time, because then what you can do is you can go and report them in game, and then you can go into their Steam from that same report screen and get their Steam ID or the link to their Steam ID. Send all that to mod mail, and then they'll shut down the idiots that are trying to sell levels. Hey, Baslin, how are you? No, I heard the motion sensor. I swear I thought I heard something else though. Yeah, the tier 2 sound recorder, yeah, it not showing direction is sucky, because they'll say like, well, that's what the tier 3 does. Yeah, but so does the tier 1 technically. The tier 1 has the left and right levels, and you have a way of knowing which direction to go. Tier 2 you don't. Do people actually pay to prestige? Yes, they do. It's really sad. On both ends. It's sad to pay someone for it, but it's sad to be the one to facilitate that. Yeah. All right, which block should I look in first? Should I look in A block or B block? I feel like we should start in one of the blocks, or I could start upstairs. It's your choice. We have no bone that is close to here. B block, there's a lot of B. Let's go to B. I had a friend I played with that convinced me that you could guess the ghost from the beginning with the radio. I found out she was cheating. Oh, wow. Wow, they're so impressive. That's wow. Wow, they're so cool. B for bone. B is for bone. Who do? Hopefully we'll find it. Just ask the ghost. Hey, where's the bone? Return the slab. Okay. I could start upstairs and start looking in the cells, maybe. Maybe I'll get super duper lucky. I see nothing over this way. Nothing. Hey, Irish. Mrs. Flash is doing great. She's doing wonderful. Thank you. Return the slab. I only thought of it because our friend Defini added that to repo for a mod. All right, the search begins. I don't know if you see something, let me know. Everybody asked for this. That's why this is happening. What are your thoughts of the sound recorder? I love it. I love the sound recorder. I love the update. Are there things that I wish were different? Of course. But overall, they fixed a lot of stuff. They added a lot of stuff. It changes the way we play the game if we really want to get a perfect game. I love it. I think it's great. I think it's absolutely wonderful. Super Steve! Thank you for the raid, homie. How are you? How was stream? I assume it was Phasmo, but it may have been something else. Oh, they told me to go on a boner hunt, Steve. So here we are. Going on a boner hunt in prison. Classic. Why isn't the ghost hunting? My sanity might not be low enough. Or it is hunting and we just have no clue because we're far enough away that it's a miling too. We're never going to hear it. It's going to be so quiet. Neon. I'm trying, Neon. I can't find it. Where's Tom's luck when I need it? Oh, Bona. Thanks, chat. Right? Correct. That is correct. Yeah. Welcome in, guys. Hello. How are you? If you guys are trying to earn drops for Phasmo, you can do that here. Starting on July 1st, you'll be able to do it with Superstea as well, because anybody that's streaming Phasmo should have the ability to have drops on their channel. They said to go to B block first, so I'm going to B block first. Yeah, Mirage, hello, how are you? But I've seen nothing. The bonus playing hide and seek, it certainly is. Really, I should just do... You want to be diligent and like looking, but at the same time, you want to be just fast because you don't want to spend 15 hours looking. You have a curse sign that can help with that. Unless the music box somehow makes the bone wiggle its way to the front, I do not. No. Hi, Shauna. I doesn't. I'm just hoping that we just randomly find the bone and be blocked. How are you, Shauna? Family's over and I said, yeah, no worries. Super. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you again. Oh, I missed one. Nothing. Nothing. It's probably sitting upstairs, like near the office, just dead center. That would suck a lot. Nothing. All right, let's go to A block. To A block we go. We'll skip out on playing basketball for the day. No rec time for us. Cozy care. Prison boner hunts. Definitely tedious. It certainly is. It does not make anything easier in any way, shape, or form. Bone, please. So I cut from the B block to the A block that way, so that way I don't have to walk through the map, and it makes me like I don't have to walk back through the front there where the ghost could spawn and start hunting. But we haven't found anything. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Hope you guys are having an awesome Sunday. I hope it's going well. We were having an awesome Sunday, and well, I mean, I guess it's fine. But we're looking for a bone. Cursed object is the music box. So while yes, I can get a photo of the music box, it's not going to help me in this endeavor. You think upstairs cafe? You think like upstairs on that walkway, you mean? Can I tell you what happened yesterday? No, it's not allowed here. You're not allowed to tell me what happened yesterday. Rules are rules. It's just not allowed. Or you can tell me and it's fine. Ba-ting. Making some chicken pot pie. Ooh. I love chicken pot. We found the trick is when you're making it at home to use biscuits as your crust for the top, especially. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to tell you anyways. Then why the hell would you ask me if you can tell me? Hey, can I tell you this thing? No. All right. Well, here it is. Good talk, I guess. Started your job yesterday? GG's. I hope the job's going well. You guys asked for the map. You guys asked for the boner search. I just want to remind you this at all times while I'm circling this map. Hey, Synthetic. How are you? Dino, Gamer, Irish, Gearhead, Forge, Bane. Thank you for the follows. What if it's just dead center of the bathroom upstairs? I mean, dead center of the bathroom near the office. But now they're going to tune in. Hey, let's go. I'll sit in front of the AC. Yeah, I would be gone without AC. I'd be done for. I would be donezo. Oh, it's a song. I miss her song. We're looking for a bone. What does it mean if the ghost fingerprints has 4 evidence? What? If the ghost fingerprints has 4 evidence? What? is the question, what does it mean if you have 4 evidence? Because if that's the case, it's a mimic. If you have orbs, spirit box, ultraviolet, and freezing, you have a mimic. That means you're playing on a game mode that gives you 3 evidence and the orbs are fake because it's a mimic. You know, it would have made me feel a lot better if we found it in one of the cell blocks, because then it's like, oh, the searching was worth it. No, this was useless. Absolutely useless. No boner in sight. That is correct. Absolutely correct. Raven, hello. You guys having a good day? Silly little mimic. Yeah, I'm having a great day. It's so good. Really, I should go back to B block and then go around that way, but it's okay. Ask the ghost where the bone is. What if it's in the shower, though? What if we get lucky? We're not going to, but I'm just saying, you know, it'd be really cool if we did. Damn it. I haven't looked upstairs really at all. No shower boner. Not today. Oh, we continue our search. Don't be in here. Please don't be in here. Like, I want you to be here, but I really don't want you to be in here. Because if you're in here, that means I could have seen it earlier. Think you saw in the shower? No, you saw soap. You saw soap. Hey, Jay. NV, hello. All right, upstairs. Welcome in, guys. Hello, Potato, NF, Canoe, Air, hello. I saw a Mr. Softy ice cream truck for the first time since I was a kid. Had to introduce my kiddo to that today. That's awesome. That's very cool. Was it randomly just going by your house? Is there an office boner jam? No? All right. Worth a try, I suppose. Is it literally going to be in the last room I check? Arcane, thank you for the 7 months. Why? Thank you for the Prime. We have searched all the cell blocks. We have searched the bathrooms. We have searched the showers. We have searched the office. We have searched all the things. I'm going to look over here again. If it's here, then son of a, because I turned the power on. I don't know. Cashew, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Oh, I knew you were going to be in the frickin' warden's office. Oh, you son of a frickin'. Well, we found it. Gosh dang it. It wasn't the last place, at least. Guess we got that going for us. That's nice. Loot. Holy crap. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Was definitely not ready for that. Enjoying the update? I am. How about you? Well, a pating. We bought ourselves a few seconds at least. Thank you. I was not expecting him to come up those stairs like that. How dare you find my bone? We got the objectives though. We got the cleanse and the escape. The 25, I could use the music box to just completely drain my sanity. The media is not going to be so simple. You know what? You know what? Nailed it. You hate Grafton or any large map. That's very interesting. I love Grafton. Grafton's great. Music bomb. Give me enough sanity to get over there safely. I don't know if it will or not. I don't know. Halogen! What up, homie? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Oh, excuse you, dude. Are you still in the cafeteria? That's the question. Oh, no, I already have that, don't I? That was an object throw. Yeah, I think, but it is still in the cafeteria, though. Yeah. How did I learn about Phasmophobia? What do you mean, how did I learn about it? Like, how did I figure out what the game was? Oh, wait, is my crucifix here? Yeah, there it is. This is the one that disappeared inside the cafeteria. So apparently the cafeteria also has places wherever you go to place the crucifix and it just disappears. I brought that into the map and it is now here. Good times. Real fun. Real great. We know what the ghosty is. We know it's a miling. I already have ghost writing, but I could bring in another ghost writing so I could get a video of it if it decides to do that. I could try. This is going to be dicey, but I'm going to bring in that. I'm going to bring in this. And then I'm also going to bring in, I already have a firelight at the front door, but I'll bring in another firelight. Yeah, that sounds good. Phantoms disappear. Phantoms still appear in videos. Well, they disappear when you take a photo of them, not when you take a video. Unless there's something I don't know about. I could still, oh wait, do I have a camera over here? Ayo. Ayo. Oh, there's a giveaway. Oh, there's a merch giveaway for a pillow. If you guys type join in chat, you're entered to win. Yeah. There is international shipping. You just have to check and see if it ships to your country or not. You can do that through the Fourth Wall website. Now, as for lights in here, I think there are lights. Aren't there lights in here? And it's just really, really crappy lights. Are they over here? No, where's the... I swear there's lights in here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy. Unless, you know what? Maybe they're in there. They might be on the switches on the wall in there. We'll put this one over here, I guess. Oh no, did I just do it? I went to place it. It's gone now. It's gone forever. Thank you, Phasmo. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, the giveaway is only on the purple side. Yeah, sorry, friends. I have no idea who won, but GG's. I can't see it. Place what? The crucifix. I went to place it again and it disappeared through the floor. So if you want to avoid that, if you haven't... Where are you? 2-for-1 special here, Walmart. I don't have a photo camera on me. Son of a... But that's all right. That's okay. I just need one more. I need one more. I could do another ghost event. I could do... What do we have? We have object thrown, disturbed salt, shadow ghost. Oh, the motion sensor. Walk. Thank you. See how easy that is? If you ask the ghost, they will help you. It's fine. 2 sounds, 3 photos. Yahtzee. Yahtzee. Right on time. That's right. Teehee. Teehee. Rebel, thank you for the 3 months. Halogen, if you have to go, friend, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. If you accidentally throw a crucifix into a firelight, does it suffer the same? No, no. Only if... Did you get the power again? Only if you do it with the incense. What a nice ghosty. I know. 3 photos. I already have the crucifix and I already have the bone in the music box. I could take a photo of the ghost writing. What else? What other easy photos can I grab? How long you plan to stream? Usually on Sundays, I will go till 4 my time, just so that way I have family time after. EMF. Yeah, there we go. Burnt Cruci. I mean, I can't really drain my stamina. Well, if I get lucky enough to wear my... It's because it's going to hunt us soon. Right? Okay. Maybe I have an idea. What if I camp in this room with a crucifix and hope that it gets the crucifix, or that it hunts or tries to hunt and goes over here, and then I can get the crucifix when it's done hunting. Ghost picked during the event. Yeah, if it decides to event again. Yeah, that's true. Oh, Aline, enjoy the pillow. Enjoy the merch, friend. Yeah, let's try this. Because it's going to hunt me soon, but I want to be careful that it doesn't hunt right on top of us. Still the camera. The camera is right here. So I'll have to piece by piece this. So we'll get there. I have 2 more sounds. So we can get EMF 5. And I have ghost writing. Once I smudge, I could try to get a random sound. All right. I'm going to put this here. I'll carry one on me. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Let's do the thing. Just throw, don't place. That's right. That's right. Let us get this guy and this guy. It's a myling. It's going to be really tough to hear, but I can see if that door shuts. Okay, I didn't burn that. Thank God. How many more runs? That's an answer that I literally can't give you. A run might take 5 minutes. A run might take 30. So it's really tough to say it's going to take X amount of time. All right, get a flashlight. We'll just turn this on so we have line of sight. What is the difference between throwing and placing? Usually nothing, but when you go to place the crucifix, it shows you an aura around where the crucifix will protect. The issue is that some places it will make the crucifix disappear. Isn't that fun? Isn't that a good time for everybody? All right. I haven't heard a cruci burn or anything like over there. I'll put this here. So if you want to avoid the crucifix just disappearing on you, if you throw it on the ground, you'll avoid that. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in. You can burn your friend's smudges with candles, unfortunately. I don't think you can do it while it's in their hand. I think you can only do it when it's on the ground. Turn the power back on. Thank you. If Ghosty decides to event on us, we can grab a photo. It's a bug. We don't know about the ability to burn the incense with the firelights. It's so quiet. I think it's hunting. Yeah. Do you hear that electronic disturbance? I see it, kind of. Yeah, it's throwing stuff. It's not leaving the cafeteria right now. There it is. You saw me, right? Is it done? Oh, it's done. Did it eat the crucifix? Where is the crucifix? Oh God, where did I place it? I don't remember. Can you get a pic of UV? I could. Have you noticed the surgery? Oh, of course. Pencil, absolutely. Yeah, there's lots of new friends that are looking to earn drops, but then are also just finding out about new communities, which is great. You placed the crucifix and it disappeared. I thought that I brought that one. Is this do I still have the second one in the truck? It's possible I do. Still hunting. I missed. I missed. I missed. Good. I tried. I tried my damnedest. I absolutely failed that though. There's no way that counts. Yeah. All right. We gave it a try. Let's take this crucifix and put it back in the room then. Where are you hunting from? You're kind of hunting from everywhere. I'll put one here. You want to show up, huh? Be a little friend? Which motion sensor is it setting off? EMF I could get for a photo. What did you... Oh, it doesn't matter. Do I already have EMF 5 for a sound? No, I have ghostwriting. I have no idea what I did with the sound recorder. It's too late. No, it's not. Got it. All right, this is dangerous. Can you take a picture of salt footprints? I would need another UV. Phone, music box. Yeah, I could get the writing. And if it eats the cruci, I could do that too, but... It's hunting. We'll go back to its room while it's hunting. Oh, it stopped. Okay. Ghosty's done hunting again. Is there a ghost that prioritizes blowing out the firelight? Yeah, the Onryo. Yeah, that's literally by definition like what that ghost does. Hey, Jab, how are you? Or Jabba, sorry. So I could go get UV, and I could do it that way. I was kind of hoping for like a random event. Oh, no, I'm not going to make it in time. No, 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 son of a bitch. Still be burning, god damn it. All right, I need one more sound. That I might be able to randomly get. Actually, can I have you back? Give me you. It might start hunting here in a second. Give me. Run. If it blows out this through the wall, I could get it. Can you record sound through the sound sensors? No. You got the new badge. Let's go. Battle Corgi, hello. Through the wall. Come on. Do the ting. Do the ting. Do I already have Firelight audio? No, I have writing and EMF. No. I could always find, like, what I could do is I could smudge the ghost on this next hunt, and then I could just walk around the room to get the random, like the random paranormal audio. That's possible. I don't want to pull out the electronic right now because then the ghost will know where I am. Could you do audio of the ghost while it hunts? I could try. Where is the ghost? It's upstairs. I hear it up there. I wonder if it'll do random paranormal audio in the middle of the hunt. What map is this? It's prison. Classic prison. All right, it's done hunting. All right, no random paranormal. I'm gonna turn the lights back on and then we'll do that. Let's see if we can get the audio of it hunting. Music box? No, we use that to drain our sanity. It's too late. Kench, I'm good. How are you? Holy crap! Right. I didn't realize I was going to double smudge today. That probably didn't count, did it? All right. That's good talk. I'm going to go get another smudge. Actually, wait. You know what? That bought me 90 seconds. Hold on. Let's take advantage of this. How are your pants? A different color. I tried to get the event. did you see the red lights? All right, come on. I don't have a lot of time. Come on. Do the tag. Oh, it's done like no paranormal sounds. I don't have a lot of time. It's going to try to hunt me again. Dolphin, thank you for the biddies. Do it. What? What? Oh no, is that a 5? Run. Run. Run away. Run. I swear I better have gotten that. Oh, I swear. No, it delayed the EMF. I hate it here. All right, let's go get another smudge. Son of a... Oh. The villain laugh, yes. But you notice the delay on some of the captures? Like when I check them, they sometimes count and sometimes they don't. Gorge, darn it. I hate it here. So much. We'll just wait here for it to be done hunting. Gosh, dang it. That would have been it. That would have been it. That would have been it. Would you have interest in addition of more ghost types? Are you satisfied with what's already in the game? I think there's way more things that are important than adding ghosts right now. Oh, it's over there. I was like, what the? Okay. I think with balancing the game as it stands right now and maps and things of that nature, I think are more important than adding ghosts. Hey, Courtney. Hi, caramba. Smudge time. Oh, that's why I was laughing, because it knew that my audio storage was full. That mother. Oh, dude, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome in. We all say we hate it, but we keep playing. Yeah. Yeah. That's just life, man. Well, you know what? I could double my chances with this. Where did that crucifix go that was eaten? Is that still here? Where you at? All right. Well, I guess that one's just gone forever. Oh, that was fun. I had a great time too. It's still in the cafeteria. Well, wait, are they both in the cafeteria or just one? You got the power again? God, I hate you. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Has that been eaten twice? Okay. I recorded that, by the way. It didn't count. Or it's going to count in 10 years. I hear you step stomping around. I'm waiting for it to finish hunting, which is why I'm sitting here spamming this. Okay. Let's take this. I don't have a lot of time again. Double our chances. Audio. There it is. Run away. Running away. Keep that face with the recording. Yeah, because it's being a butthole. It might even start hunting again before I get to the front door. Which if it does, what a jerk. I'm running. I'm running. Oh, I made it. Let's go. Ay, ay, ay. I am. All right. That's it. That's a perfect game. We found the bone. We did all the things. We're out of here. That is a perfect game. Holy moly. If you guys get hit with ads, there's 3 ads that are about to start playing here shortly, but we've already, I'll wait in the lobby for you. Miling. We did the things. It took a while, but we got there. That's what matters. That is all that counts. All right. Perfect timing. You got the drop. Let's go. That's the exact sound that went through my head when he said run away. Darn it, man. Darn it. Okay. After the ads are done, we'll spin the wheel. I owe you guys a wheel spin. We'll do the things. Long session, yeah. Well, it happens. Definitely happens. Look on the bright side. At least it wasn't a long game. You can shut your face. How's the Twitch card work? If you read the pin message. The pin message gives you the information you need. Are you playing in higher difficulties? I can. Yeah. One of the big reasons we do a lot of pro right now is with this update is being able to check out all the different media that we can get for like ghostwriting and some of the other evidence. We can't get that if I'm doing like no evidence runs. Are you still going to stream today? I'll let you know in like an hour. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in. We're waiting for ads. We have a minute and a half and then we're good to go. What is the wheel thing? So over on Twitch, what I do when I reach my daily goal, this guy, we have a good wheel. I spin the good wheel and that's where I can give away either subs or games or merch. And then if we double that goal, I have a bad wheel where I have to do bad things. As in like they affect me. Yeah. Damn, Flash. Sure hope you stream. I know. I'll let you know, Song. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. Mustard soda. You shut your butt. Are you waiting for ad? I might be. How's your day? My day is good. How's yours? Prestige. Yeah, we're definitely going to prestige. But we're waiting for the hype of the new update to calm down a little bit and then I'll prestige. So we're waiting. How many are there? It just depends on your region. Yeah, sometimes you get 1, sometimes you get 6, sometimes you get none. It just depends. It changes. It definitely changes. Damn, you read my message 2 times. Well, when someone puts things like that in chat, I feel like I'm forced to address it. Being asked if I'm streaming and asking if I'm on an ad break at these times is wild. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, we're back. What's my opinion on Prestige? I think the Prestige system is great. I just wish that there was more incentive to Prestige. I wish you had a reason to want to Prestige. So hopefully they do that in the future. We don't know if they're going to or not. It's really hard to say. You could always do some baddie hunting. Oh, I could. That's actually a really good point. During the ad breaks, use that time to go into like here and check out the multiplayer lobbies. Yeah, I could. That's actually a really good point. Here's a douchebag. Already got the screen grab, idiot.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
Too late for you. Oh wait, no. Go back. No. Finally connected for the drop. Let's go.
I've prepared some jobs for you. I've gathered
Oh no, go back. Go back
for help.
again. Go back again. I can do it from here, right? Yeah. So we'll do that later too. Yeah, so what we do occasionally is we'll go into these and we'll see if there's any dum-dums that are stupid enough to try to sell levels. Like this idiot right here. This is the one they kicked me from. That's why it should kick me away again. Oh man. The best part is I think they're making a new lobby every time because I'm able to rejoin. Is it a scam? No, they cheat and hack. They cheat and hack so that way they can try to sell. Look, I'm able to get in every time.
Welcome back.
Missed one, page 4. No, I keep going to the one that he keeps making. Page 4 had another one. Yeah, I just keep going back into the same one over and over because he keeps remaking the lobby.
Looks like there are others out there in need of help. Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Come on, man. I just want levels, man. I'm desperate. Please. Cheating in a non-PvP game is crazy. It's really, really sad. And I have no problem wasting their time and mine. If it stops somebody else from buying levels, like I'm game on. If it stops somebody else from getting hit by these people, like I'm down. You notice where they're standing? It's because they keep remaking this lobby over and over and over. Seen one report? Yeah, if you guys are in the game right now, just join them. Join them. Don't ready up at all. And just keep and then report. Like, go find these guys, report them. They keep remaking it every single time. Yeah, if you're in the game, do this. I'm not kidding. If you're in the game, do not ready up, go into their lobby, and then just sit there.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
We have a lot of people here that I think could do a lot of good and stop a lot of these douchebags from doing what they're doing right now. Why don't you want to be friends with me?
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
D doesn't want in that one. I think I'm joining faster than D is at this point. Yeah.
I've gathered a list of other hunters asking for help.
You're going to be my friend. I keep saying it to him too. Hopping on to the duties.
There's some jobs ready for you.
Again, if I'm saving one person from wasting money on doing this, worth it. Absolutely worth it.
Welcome back.
Sounds like a wonderful thing. It's community service. This is our community service hours. Yeah.
Looks like there are others out there in need of help.
I recommend if you're going to play, get online and do this at least, do it for a couple minutes before you go into your games. Oh, they're probably so annoyed right now. Absolutely. Disconnected by disconnect message means that they ended the lobby. Well, not ended the lobby. They pressed something to make it end the lobby, and then they start a new one. They keep kicking me. I'm only level 3.
Asking for help.
Oh, this is wonderful. I'm enjoying myself.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs
You know what? I have an idea. I have an even better idea. I have a better idea. I'm going to keep doing it, but hold on. I have a great idea. I wouldn't happen to have any of the Phasmo mods, would I, in this community right? I mean, in the chat right now?
Looks like there are others out there in need of help.
Are they still waiting? Yeah, there they are. You need to change your name? No, I don't care. I don't care.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you. Looks like there are others out
Yeah,
there.
occasionally some of the mods will hang out. I'm just wondering if there's a way for us to, like, in real time figure out who this person is. Can I see when someone else joins that lobby? Because I'll see another tick, right? Like, I'll see another thing pop up right there. There's another lobby. Yeah, get them. Get them. How can I help? Anytime you go into a multiplayer lobby or like you're looking and you see something like this where they're trying to sell levels, go in, do not ready up, get a screen grab of who's in the lobby, and then go to click on the Steam name so you can report them. Do not ready up. Do not. Kicked instantly. It didn't show as a tick. Yeah. I missed it. What are they doing? Literally what is described here. They're trying to sell levels to make money. This is illegal. It's literally illegal. Can they get you banned though? I'd worry about that. No, I have video proof of what I'm doing. They're not going to get me banned. Will you get banned when you play with them? If you're purposely going out of the way to play with someone like this, you can absolutely get banned. Yeah, of course you can. If you're caught participating with this, you can get banned. Go to the mod mail inside of the Phasmophobia Discord. Go to the mod mail. I've been kicked 9 times back to back. I wonder if they have something set up right now where it's automatically kicking people so they can try to figure out what's going on. Because you notice how everybody that goes in is getting kicked? And it's like the same time frame. Hold on.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
They're watching the stream? Good. Boo-da-boo-boo. Been kicked 3 times. Good. Good. There's 5 active on the PlayStation lobby reported. Good. Do it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
I've gathered a list of other hunters asking for help.
See, the difference is that the difference between me and them is that they're making no money while we waste time while they can't make a lobby. While I am making money watching them do this.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
I believe they call it get fucked. I might be wrong. There's another that's full. Got you. Nice money hack. It's not a nice money hack. It's sad. They didn't create the hack. They literally bought it. They bought it from somebody and now they're using it to sell it to other people. Nah, that's a sad human being. Flash is a diva. Flash just hates scumbags. It's $1 cheaper. They're trying to one up each other. Oh my God. Thank you, Monk. I see that you posted that in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. People are setting levels. They are. Oh, hi, Mr. Doc. Oh my God. Let's see if I can. Listen, if I can ruin someone's day for being a douche, I'll do it. We have arrived. Hello. I have the screen grab of being in the lobby with them.
Welcome
Yeah.
back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Mr. Doc, how was stream, sir? How was stream? Took shots of names and exited. Good. Good. I think they have it set up right now that if you get in there, you're not in there long enough for it to be considered a recent player, unless there it is, they're on PlayStation. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. So I wonder if what they're doing right now is they're not actually, because they're on PlayStation, that they're not actually doing the hack. They're just trying to promote the website by sitting inside of a lobby and forcing you to leave.
I've gathered a list of other
How much you want to bet that that's what's happening right now? I would almost guarantee it. That makes sense? Yeah. That's right. I'm messaging one of the mods in the Phasmo Discord right now. But Mr. Doc, hi friend. Hello. Sorry. We were in the middle of having a good time. Sorry. Sorry. I appreciate your guys' patience while we try to make sure that scumbags like that are taken care of. Do you agree that low-level players should learn the game before going multiplayer, before playing multiplayer? I mean, it really depends on your play style, honestly. I think that there's a lot of people that learn the game better by playing with others because they can talk to them in the middle of the investigation. So I wouldn't say you should be forced to do solo until you get to a level. I don't think so. I don't think so. Hi, Peggy. Hello. Oh my gosh. I owe you a wheel. I know. There's a lot of stuff and things that were happening there for a second. Let's see. I'm messaging them now, so give me a sec. Really what they need to do, and this is just my suggestion, what they need to do is they need to find a way, a system to where what it does is it automatically censors certain language. Oh, I was kicked.
I've prepared some jobs for you.
Yeah, I already got your name, dumbass. Maybe censor links. I think they just need to like have certain sites that they can like, if it recognizes these words, it censors them so they can't sell the levels. All right, let's see. I got the screen grab. There's their Steam. I got the screen grab of the lobby. I got their name. What else do I need? What did I say? What a name. I know. Very, very original. Get a screen grab of that. There we go. What a dumb scam. I have no problem making them waste their money because then when they get banned, they have to buy another account and waste the money they just earned to try to do it again. So again, I have no problem being the one that's doing a community service of promoting you guys going and reporting these idiots. I love it. It makes me happy. It pleases my soul. Should be a character limit. Well, what it should be, like we said, if it says .com, it should automatically be censored. You can't see the name anymore. Yeah, it should be censored. But yeah, like this one, this is a PlayStation player. It's a PlayStation player that is just promoting the scam. So yeah, if you guys see it, definitely report it. I'm already messaging a mod right now. Um, let me see. Because the best part about this one is that dumbass is on PlayStation. So that means that I have the ability of going here and seeing their name, going like this, screen grabbing this, and then sending it off to the mod right now. By the way, hi, Doc. Never clicked ready and it started. Then the best thing you can do is screen grab, and when it takes you into the lobby, leave. Just leave the game as fast as you can. Wonder if they can make it so a .com or similar in the lobby name means the round won't start. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, or something very, very close. That'd be awesome. Hey, Foot, welcome in. Sorry, this is taking longer. I'm just making sure that I'm doing my, my due diligence, and I have all the things, the proof that I need to make sure that they can do what they need to do. Let's see. I'm going to go here, and then we'll start a game in a second. How do I find who to send the report to? Go to the Phasmophobia Discord and message the mod mail user. There's a user on the right that's a bot called mod mail. That's who you message. Scroll down there. For now, I'm just sending to one of the mods just to have it on the record. There we go. So hopefully they can help. Report them in game. Yeah. It can go through the normal channels as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're on PlayStation, you might be able to get through to them faster. Stopping sites is solving half the issues. Yeah. What up, Shadow? How are you? No, that's 100% correct. Stopping the sites from existing at all is definitely where it's at. Yeah. But yeah. See these dum-dums? You see these dum-dums? So what you do is you go here, hacking, cheating, promoting a hack, cheat site to sell levels. And then what that does by doing this is it's directly connected to their PlayStation account. So even if they change their name, it doesn't matter. They still have the report on this person. And they also have the proof that I took of screen grabs to show their name in the promotion site. We could also take a clip and send the clip to show that's the lobby I clicked on to show that name. Get fucked. All right, that's it. That's enough for me. Oh, I had my fun. Okay, moving on. Let's spin the wheel. Do you have to be on Faz to claim the drop? You claim it through Twitch, and then once you claim it through Twitch, then when you open your game, it should be instant, as long as you got the drop. Yeah. Wheel time, wheel time, wheel time. We're doing it in wheel time. That's right. There it is. Groovy. Zero Doc. Thank you for the 23 months. Guys, I played Dying Light yesterday with Doc on a whim. Man, that was so fun. I unlocked the ability to drop kick zombies. Oh, what a time and a half. What a time and a half. Heck it, we're doing it live. That's right. How long? 2 hours. Oh, Adam, it was such a blast. I had never played before, so that was my first time ever playing. You miss Headliners? I might try to dive back into Headliners at some point. Hey, Kiara, how are you? Got your fingers crossed. Let's go. Meaty, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate the patience. I appreciate you going on the road with me to try to again get these idiots taken care of. It is a good time for all, if you ask me. 'Tis a good time for all. Good, you? I'm good. I'm doing well. Guinea, thank you for the sub. All right, let's spin it. Merch, 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 merch. You got it. That's right. We're doing our work. It is, I feel it is a duty to make sure that people like that get taken care of. By taken care of, I mean removed from the game entirely. I already reported it, Sheesh. It's good. Don't worry about it. Nope, they've been reported in every way possible. It's good. I might even message mod mail in a bit. Yeah, we'll do some merch. What do I want to give away? Song. Jesus Christ. You playing Raft? Hey, you on Raft yet? We should play Raft. How about that Raft? You want to play Raft yet? What if he plays Raft with me first? Mayor. How could you? Mayor. What about a shirt? I think we're going to give away a shirt. We're going to give away a shirt. I was like, say, am I wearing my merch? I'm not wearing my merch today. I'm not wearing my merch today. Kids, thank you for the prime. Raft with mods when? I mean, do you stream other games? I do. It's on occasion. Wednesdays are typically for other games. It's just that with the Phasmo update, it's made more sense to definitely play Phas. There's been so much hype around it, but not to mention just enjoying it so much. Yeah. Can you watch my stream for the badge? You can. Yes. Yes, you can. And you'll have today and tomorrow to do it. Today and tomorrow. After tomorrow, the animated badge will be no more. So if you have not watched a Kinetic Games partner stream for 2 hours, then you will not be able to get the animated badge. So it's either tomorrow or bust. I think technically you have until like 6 in the morning Eastern time on Tuesday, but my last stream for them is tomorrow. And then it is the non-animated badge. So drops will still exist. All right, if you guys type join in chat, you are entered to win a merch shirt. And I will show you guys which one it is. Wait, why did it disappear? Hello? There it is. There it is. It is this one. Just the word join. It's not a command. Yeah, just the word join. You type join, you're good to go. And it's only on the purple side. Yeah. Doc, I know I responded to you in the team chat, in the Midnight City team chat, but that game you were talking about, was it Peak? I would definitely love to check it out. I would love to check it out. It looks like it's a lot of fun. Tony Merch, hey, you don't have to join, friend. All is well. You're good. Chiba, Doc says hi. Matthew, GG's. Hope I didn't spoil the raid. Can we get a timeout on Chiba for spoiling the raid that came in roughly 10 minutes ago? We've warned him about this. He just doesn't get it. We're really trying. All right. Back to it. Yes. Shall we? Maybe. Peak has to happen for sure. Yes, please, man. It looks like it would be a lot of fun. Can be in the Phas movie. I don't want to be in the Phas movie. I don't want any of the content creators in the Phas movie. No. If they want to reference the creators or the devs or whoever they want, whatever, but I don't want anyone to be in it. No. Reaper, thank you for the biddies. Hydrack, thank you for the gifted sub. Playing the first game was really intense and it was a demon. Ooh, fun. Hey, Cap, welcome back. The badge next week is the same, just not animated. Correct. I think I accidentally have it. I don't know why I have this, but I do. This is the badge not animated. Still a really cool looking badge because it's that like tarot card background thing with the faces and the stuff. But still really cool. It's just not animated. So if you miss it, it's not that big of a deal, but you do miss the animated. Think a spin-off game where we play the cleanup crew that comes in after identifying could work? Maybe. How do you get the animated one? If you look at the pin message in chat, there should be a pin message that says how to get the drops. If you're curious about your progress, if you do twitch.tv/drops, it'll show you. Send you some of the merch flash. It's just random crap I found under the couch. Hey, I'd sell it. Sweet and Deadly D, thank you for the 5 subs. Doc just starts sending me all this crap. I'll resell it. I swear to God. I'll start a resell site. It's just gonna be called docscrap.com. I'm down for it. All right. Do you guys want to stick on professional or should we try a different difficulty? Gonna end up with the bad wheel. No time. Listen. Listen. Nightmare, Insanity. Nightmare, it's my favorite game mode, man. I love Nightmare. It makes you work for it. You still get to try evidence, which is great, but then you also have to really think about what the ghost could be. That's why I like it so much. Halogen, thank you for the gifted halogen oils. Oh my. Excited for the new Phas movie? Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to hear about it. Who's going to be in it? What the premise is going to be? The lore? Because we know that some of the lore that's going to be in the movie is going to have to do with the game. APOC for shits and giggles. I do want to try APOC. I might try that tomorrow. I might try APOC 3 tomorrow. I don't try it very often, but when we do, we don't always win. I might try it tomorrow after the weekly. With the bad wheel, does it have a chance for a second Goodwill prize? No, but I could add one. I mean, I typically the bad wheel, I just had all bad things because I thought that just made sense. But I could add one. Reaper, thank you so much for the gifted. Thank you for the follows. 100% to APOC. Oh my God. Oh, the nuke. Yeah. Pfft. No shot. Lady. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's go try Nightmare. Where do I want to go? We did Prison. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do that again. Hey, what up, Tay? Welcome in. What is on the bad wheel? There is Bean Boozled. There's Spicy Bean Boozled. There's a gross soda, which I have a fridge of over here. I just grab a random one. They're very disgusting. We started doing those during charity streams, and I had some left over, so I added them to the wheel. Grafton, let's do that. Let's go do a Nightmare at Grafton. Let's do that. I like that idea a lot. We don't know when Grafton's going away or when it's being redone, but get our playtime in it while we can. Oh man, Drunk Gamer, thank you for the 5 and Demon. Thank you so much. Oh, they're really bad, Orange. They're really bad. None of them are good in the slightest way. I think the closest to one of them being good is Pickle, but I don't even think I have that one. Yeah, they're pretty bad. Dire Moon Wolf, thank you so much. Thank you guys for all the subs and all the love recently. It's been too freaking awesome. You got the Phas tag on Discord? There you go. There you go. Papa Smurf, who the hell is that? Thoughts on Ironheart? Ironheart. What is Ironheart? Wait, what's the Markiplier movie that he's doing? Is it Iron Lung? I have no clue. Well, thank you, sir. Iron Lung, that's what it is. I can't wait to see that. Yeah. I think that was the movie where it's the most fake blood ever used in a scene. Papa Smurf has a new nickname. What's Papa Smurf's new nickname? Chips, thank you for the new sub. Welcome. If you guys are not in the server already, if you go there, if you are a sub and you're linked your Twitch to Discord, you get a special role. Big cat. Yeah, West. Amen. It is. Dire Moonwolf. My favorite ghost is a Mimic. Mimic for sure. Oh, the Marvel. Oh, no, I haven't seen. No, I haven't seen. You just made me think of the Markiplier stuff. Him basing the game off the movie. I mean, the movie off the game. The other one, that way around. Papa, what's your nickname? Does Papa Smurf have a new nickname? What is it? Sir Glacius. Hello, Mr. Glay. Least favorite ghost? Well, it was the Goryo. It might start leaning towards the Ure, but I haven't even had one myself with the new update. But apparently the Ure ability is just really crappy compared to the normal door close now. Yeah, Song of Awesome. Hello, welcome in. Mr. Glay. Mr. Tight Pants himself. Mr. Glay, congrats again on being married, my man. That is a massive step. Massive step. But congrats. You deserve all the things, friend. Every damn one of them. You love the Goryo? How come it's my least favorite? You know, it was my least favorite because the dots really suck to get, but they've made it easier now. So I don't know. It might have changed just a little bit. You typed redeem, but nothing came up. Where? The link is redeem, right, Mayor? Fan of the videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. The link, I think it is. The bot might be... No, the bot also might be having a hiffy. Okay. Well, 3 people... I don't know which one of those 3 just did it, but apparently one of them queued it. I got nothing. There it is. It's in chat. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so if you win merch, that redeem link will allow you to claim it. And you can only claim it if you won. Probably your song. Yeah, you guys are special. I'm not. All right, let's go do Grafton. Paul Lavender, we need a ghost event, repel, and 2 sound recorder sounds. So I'm going to set 2 sound sensors and a video camera down. Why? I don't know. We're just changing it up. Too scary. Hello. Thank you all for the follows. Thank you all for the love today. This past week has been crazy for Phasmo streams, and it's been awesome to see so many people either coming back after a long hiatus to check out the new update or get the drops, whatever it may be. So it's been really cool to see, especially in a lot of friend streams too. So thank you guys. Any lucky orbs? Hello? This is Nightmare, so I am going to be missing a piece of evidence. Yeah, that redeem command is for if you win merch. I'm not seeing anything. Let's put this down over here. Put this over here. And then once we do that, we'll go get more stuff. What are we redeeming? Nothing. Redeeming is not redeeming anything for most of chat. It's just if you want a giveaway and you missed the message in chat. I still can't play more than like 2 or 3 games without having to quit playing myself on Phaz. It makes my heart hurt. Oh, Grim. It makes my heart hurt. Let's do this. I don't know what my sanity is. Oh, yeah. But we could do this. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll show us where it is. Has the Banshee screen been updated? Yeah. Both are ambient noise. I think if you do that, you get timed out. Cheap. Did I miss Papa Smurf's nickname? Did I miss it? I might have. Or is it just Cheebs that gets timed out? Oh, poor guy. He was a part of the crew that was drop kicking zombies yesterday. We were having such a great time. Bacon Smurf. Bacon Smurf. What the hell? Does salt slow down the Wraith? No, because it can't walk in salt, so it won't slow it down at all. No timeouts on the record. Halogen knows what's up. No ghost, maybe? It's not haunted. We can go home, guys. There you go, Matthew. Enjoy, man. Phoenix, don't. Oh, okay, let's go. It's doing nothing. Was curious since the book says it avoids salt. Yeah. All right, let's go check over here first. Ducking and covering. Drop kicking. Phoenix giving people what they want. She is a person of the people, okay? Maybe the basement. Well, this map doesn't have a basement. It's got to be a gin. All right. Roger that. Being difficult, it is. Sit like this for a second. I could also sit here with a parabolic. Let's go get one so we can hear the fun sounds. Been struggling to get sounds on the parabolic. Really? It's not been that bad for me. I want to bring these just so we can get that too whenever it's time. Parabolic, it's been okay. Thank you for the follows, guys. Hello. Disloyal. Noticed. Faznoob. Pixie. Dub. Hello. Rowboat Goofy Man. Oh my god. Papa, do we need to talk? Excuse you. Come on, do a thing. The parabolic, the tier 1 has a 20 meter range. The tier 2 and 3 have a 30 meter. The difference with the tier 3, this one, is that you can actually hear sounds the floor above or below you as well. No, he cheats being naughty. That's his life. Can you record sounds in the parabolic? No. No, but you can record sounds that you can only hear in the parabolic with the audio recorder because you'll pick up some of the same sounds. Oh, crap. Oh, I just saw that. Am I allowed to say the mods are adorable and I love them for doing their best? Probably. Oh, guys. Not haunted. We can go home. I learned my lesson. You lying sack of lies. You lie. The ghost is either not here or it's over in one of these rooms and I have the lights on so it's not doing anything. $17 degrees. 17 degrees. Is APOC 3 harder now? I'd say it's harder if you don't restart. It's harder if you stick with the role that you have where some of the... Where is it above me in the nursery? Where some of the objectives can be really tough. Pull a card? Oh, you can't make me do it. You can't make me. Are you nursery? Is that what I'm missing? Horror 2.0 is kind of dead to the community. It's just one of those, like, we'll believe it when we see it kind of things. They've talked about it for next year, and it's... We want to see it. We hope to see it, but in due time, I guess. We haven't heard a single noise, by the way. Not one. It hasn't thrown anything. I don't know what that was. I think that was ambient. Ambient. You know what? I'm just going to set this down for the halibut. I'm going to miss the opportunity for audio here, but we're just going to pull one because it's doing nothing. It gave me all my sanity back. Plus 25. That's a useless card. It is above me. Oh, you suck. I think the blinks are normal. I think the speed is normal. I think. He is missing pants, which is very unfortunate for him. Not a djinn. I also don't think it's a Pulte. But I'm pretty sure it was in the nursery. All right, let's bring that, this. Twins? No, the speed seemed normal to me. Oh, look, an orb. Let's do this. Let's do this. I've been wanting to put this on the ground. Was that facing backwards? I've been liking putting this on the ground like this and putting this near it so I could capture the writing if it just so happens to write. How do you know if it's twins? By evidence or by the speed? Typically. All these doors are shut. The fast twin is 110% speed, and then the slow twin is 90. So there's a slight difference. How do we see the watching time? If you're wondering about drops, if you go to twitch.tv/drops. All right, well, I guess I'm not getting that ball. It's easier to find out when you get most of the evidence. Yeah, and if you play on no evidence, obviously you're not going to get any. So there are certain things that give it away. Oh! What did that just count as? Object thrown. So writing is off the table, eh? Writing is off the table, but it could be hiding it. So that just means that I don't have to look for writing anymore. That's all that means. At first I thought it was going to write, but it definitely did not. Sanity wise, we're probably okay. Oh yeah, we're gold. So I'm going to bring in spirit box, salt, UV. Yeah. Watch it be a stinky honor. Yeah, I'm playing on nightmare. So I'm missing a piece of evidence, meaning that the ghost can hide a piece of evidence. I need to bring this stuff upstairs too. Orb. Oh, did I not mark it in the book yet? Yeah. Any phalanges? Jesus Christ. Oh, unnecessary roughness. Where are you?
Slipped away.
I bet you did, a-hole. Jesus. Mayor Yokai Onryo. It could literally be any three of those. Do the mayor ability. 3, 2, 1. Fudge. We have to check for ultraviolet and freezing. Yeah, let me go ahead and check for ultraviolet. Just in case you are a mimic. Come on. Walkie walkie. Did not like that? I also did not like that. That was very loud. What? Okay. No UV. No UV. We could go check for freezing. Ring ring. Played for the first time since the update. I took salt photos out of habit. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen over and over and over again. There's nothing we can do. You just gotta get used to it. You'll get there eventually. Definitely cold. No freezing. Probably not a mimic. Unless it's late freezing, and that would really suck. Close but no cigar. That is correct. Okay. Could still UV if Mimic was mimicking Obake. That is correct. Yeah, but that's why we would check again a little bit later. Or if it does like another step, like a door touch or a window. If it doesn't show me UV after like a couple minutes, still, then I'd say probably not. So like I have another thing of salt here. If it walked in that, still no UV, then I'd say the chances of this being a mimic are very low. But I'm not going to wait around. We need to figure out what it is. So Mayor Yokai Onryo. I could do an Onryo test with some firelights. Thank you for the follows, guys. Welcome in. If you guys are here and you're not already in my server, I has one where I keep everything updated, and then also you guys have the rest of my socials there. I'll tell if it's a yokai. Distance, whenever it's hunting and when it's able to sense your voice or electronics. It can only sense within 2.5 meters. So if I'm, let's say, if I'm over here on this like by this table, and then the yokai is here. If I'm by this table, like, or let's just say I'm on the like right here, and the ghost is here. If I start talking or turn on my electronic and it ignores me, then it's probably a yokai. So we do have a way of testing, but what I'll do is I'll do the 3 firelight guy with the Onryo. Yeah, talking is supposed to trigger a hunt as well if you're at 80% or lower. The issue I've been having is that it just hasn't been consistent for me. Lighter check? Why would I bring a lighter? That would mean I'm ready. I'm going back to the truck anyway, so I'll get one anyway. I'm not lighting them now. I need crucifixes to do the test. You have a lighter? Of course I don't. It happens, okay? Thank you, hero. See, Chiba gets it. Why don't you guys get it? Oh, you sneaky snake. What are you doing? Wasn't ready for you. Hey, Gus, how are you? We'll turn this back off. It's been super inconsistent for you. You need to ask yourself if you've been lighting a 4th firelight whenever you're trying to do it. Being spicy, it is a little spicy. Kill, help. Cheap always gets it in the neck by the ghost. Let's get these in there. We'll light all 3 and then maybe we can get, I might be able to force some audio with this. Audio, video, photo, all that jazz. What other ways can I guess shade? Well, are you playing with evidence or are you not playing with evidence? Because if you are, there's no need to guess for shade. Lighter. I mean, I'm making one more trip. Funny enough, I am actually going back. This is not, I'm not done. Because I want to get these crucifixes in here. And I want to go get a photo camera. So that way I can do all the audio. Yeah. But thank you though. No, I do appreciate it. Thank you. We'll get the photo camera. We'll get the... I'll get the smudge for sure. Just in case it starts hunting away. But I could get this guy. I could get that guy and this guy. This might be helpful. Repel and capture 2 sounds. When can you get the second ID card? Starting July 1st. I think up until the 15th. If you're watching anyone playing Phasmophobia and have drops enabled, then you have the chance. All right, still no mayor ability. Let's get this while we're here. What do I grab when the game starts? Okay, why can't I get you? Why is that a thing? This happens. This has been happening recently where, especially with the motion sensor, it doesn't let me get it. How much video do I have? Do I have any? Orbs, object thrown, disturb salt. Hey, Serenity, welcome in. Reaper, I have no idea what the hell you're trying to get. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm going to light one so I can get the video of it. And then I'll light another so I can get the audio of it. Oh, actually, get out of here. Crickets. They're setting the tone. Oh, I could have gotten that. That's okay. Oh, no, it's a ghost fart. Got it. Run. Dodge. Dodge and weave. Oh no, I forgot I had the photo camera on me. Son of a biscuit. We're fine. What was that say? I was like, I can't record the switch. It's because it's a fart. That doesn't look like it's on, but it is. Okay. Never mind. I can just get this first one like this. Can you record the lights flickering? Yes, you can. It's hard to get because being able to get it fast enough is the problem. Hey, Fox, how's it going? Well, don't you creep. Just get it? 2 for 1? Yeah. Paranormal talking, fire extinguish. Now we're talking. Let me get that down there, that down there, that down there. I need... What do I need? I need you, and you, and you. Okay. There we go. Is it possible to get a Banshee screen through the sound recorder? Yes, it is. It is. We have it. One of my latest videos, I actually have it. So that way, if it shows up, I can go, chicow. That's so underwhelming. Is it just hard because it's the light flickering? Yeah, the interaction itself is really short. It's sort of like whenever you go to record dots and the dots show up and disappear really fast. That same thing. It doesn't give you enough time to record it, which is a bummer. Oh, the Banshee whale? No, the Banshee whale is a little harder to get just because it's a rare thing to get. That's why. I could light 2 more firelights just to maybe get the cruci burn, and then I could get the photo of that. And also test to see if this is a Onryo. Mrs. Flash is great, thank you. Yeah, she's doing wonderful. She's been getting a lot of rest recently, thank goodness. Yeah, see the light flicker, it happens really fast. I'm keeping the light on to retain my sanity because I don't need to lower it right now. And I just need to there's 2. Okay. So it's blown out 2 firelights. If it blows out this 3rd one and hunts within roughly 6 or 7 seconds, then it's an Onryo. My sanity is not low enough for this thing to be a yokai or a mare. No shot. I have yet to get a video. I did accidentally from the truck. I was trying to record something else and I got it. Yeah. Weird enough. Are you done now? Is that it? You finished? No more? Love how the shirt looks. Oh, I love them. The fourth wall shirts are so comfortable. I think that's one of the things I love the most about it is that each one of them is just so nice. Like I have a big majority of the shirts I wear on a day-to-day basis are from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The reason I say like why I'm counting, when the Onryo blows out 3 firelights, there's a possibility where it won't actually try to hunt within like up to 6 or 7 seconds. So I wait. Don't light any more firelights. If you light another firelight, then you cancel out the Onryo ability. But it blew out 3 firelights, didn't hunt. That's not an Onryo. No, that's a mare or a yokai. So what I'm trying to do now is just get the rest of my media, and then we will do a test for the mare and the yokai. So if I want one more sound, oh. I turn it on and get this ghoulish laughter by walking over to the corner. And we have paranormal laughing, fire extinguish, and paranormal talking. Now I need photos. Photo-wise, I can't do light flicker. For photos, I have orbs and spirit box. Oh, I could have gotten the spirit box audio too. I just wanted to get something cooler. I can't take photos of those things. I can go take a photo of the cursed object. I can take a photo of the bone. If the ghost shows up, we can take a photo of the ghost. Did I get you? I hope okay. Kind of like that. It's $5 more. Yeah, there are certain things. If you're really, really focused on trying to get the most money you can, certain things are worth more money than other things. Absolutely. What did I do with the cards? Where was I standing when we did the thing? The timing is crazy. Oh, there they are. All right. And I don't think I've seen the bone yet. Activity. Yeah, thank you. All right. I'm going to snooze ads. If you get hit by them, I'm sorry. But hopefully the majority of you will not get hit. I don't want them to go off yet. We're not ready. We're not ready. Where's the bone? Recheck. Yeah, there's a cooldown on the light switch when you check for a mirror. That's why I turned the light off. It's a 10-second cooldown. So when you flip a switch to try to get the mirror ability, you have to wait 10 seconds to check again. You can't just spam the switch and hope that it does the mirror ability. Doesn't work. Is there a bone on every level? Yes. Yes, there is. It's just that sometimes you have a bone that's a little bit harder to reach, or you can't even really see it because it's somewhere it shouldn't be. That does happen, but it's just a rare occasion that happens. But you 100% have a bone, and as long as you're playing on Nightmare or lower, you 100% have a cursed object. You just have to find it. All right, I have not been upstairs in the bathroom or those back rooms, so it might be over there. I thought they fixed the bone spawn. I mean, they try to for the best that they can. I thought it was. Wait, where did you think it was? Hey. Oh. Gotcha. Bitch. Oh, that is rude. Did it not count because I was on a different floor? Oh. I'm disgusted. Downstairs. Oh, did you think you saw it down there? Oh, that was rude. That was really effing rude. Oh, no, it's right here. What you saw was probably a towel. Next to the tub. You probably saw a towel. You're a towel. All right. We have bone, shadow, tarot. What else do we want to try to get a photo of? Freaking towels, man. Thank you for the follows, guys. Welcome in. EMF. Yeah, that'd be an easy one. Yeah, I don't even have an EMF reader up here. Let's do it. I always forget about that one. It's a way easier one to get, and I just completely forget about it. Oh God. Oh God. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Don't kill me. All right, one more. Hey, can you do that one more time? Burnt Cruci? Yeah, I could. You know what? That's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm going to get the cards and we're going to go upstairs. Could you have gotten that since? Yeah, I could have. Yeah, I absolutely could have. It was just the panic that stopped that from happening. Oh God, oh God, oh God, it's a ghost. It's a ghost. I panic and I just forget where my stuff is. I wish that we had binds where like you could have each one of these on a separate bind. So I know if I have my camera on one and my smudge on. Listen, dude, listen. Been there, done that. Shut up. Being able to have like 1, 2, 3 for each of these so I can really quickly hit the 1, 2, or 3 to get to what I need. That would be awesome. Looking for his pants. Oh, he's not looking for his pants. He's trying to fight. Trying to fight. Now it wants to show up all the time. All right. So to check for a yokai or a mare, we've been doing the switch and it's just not doing it. I have 3 unique audio video. I have 5 video. I mean 3. I have 5 photos. I have 5 video and I have 3 audio. Listen. I've been meaning to talk to you. I guess I don't. I need you to hunt because I need to repel and I need to test. Knock it off. God, it's so rude. All right, still no mare ability. Really leaning yokai here. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh god, we gotta run. We gotta run. All right, I have a smudge. I took away our defenses. That was really effing rude. Okay. All right. Ads started kicking in. We're going to go wait outside. I think this might be a yokai. This might be a yokai. Okay. Okay. There we go. Kyle, hello. They started playing literally in the middle of the hunt, which was super sad. But that's okay. No information's really been gathered. How can you tell the difference between a hunt and an event? Mainly, it's very situational, but for the most part, a hunt will lock the front door. A event can sometimes not be a fully manifested ghost, like it might be a shadow or something along those lines. If it is, the ghost has to be a fully physical manifested ghost to hunt. It can't hunt in shadow form. It used to be able to, but not anymore. Other things that it can do, it can, if it starts walking immediately, the second it spawns and it starts walking and you're on like nightmare or lower, there is a cooldown period, a grace period, where the ghost won't start doing that if it's a hunt. You know what I mean? Whoever got the merch, thank you, by the way. And Lil, thank you so much for the 3-month prime. How do you see in the dark? With a flashlight. Was it a shadow form or its translucent form? Which one? Have they fixed the dot hunt bug yet? I don't know. With my eyes wide open. Oh, man. Gonna get carpal tunnel? I know. They're pretty amazing. The reason that they usually try to remove stuff like that is just so that way it's not something that's just spammed over and over and over again. Will they fix the invisible ghost event so we can film them? The invisible ghost event? The shadow one? If it's a shadow one, you can film it. I'm pretty sure. Did I film one this time around? Mist form, orbs. No, I guess I didn't. I'm pretty sure you can. How long do we have to wait until the light change with channel points refresh? I don't remember what the cooldown is. It's a few minutes though. For a good reason, just so they're not spammed. Had one earlier, but couldn't record it. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you for the follows, guys. Welcome in. All right, we're good to go. Sorry, the ad started. The ad started in the middle of the hunt, so I didn't get any information from that hunt, and I ran outside so you wouldn't miss anything. Yeah, we typically run 3 minutes every hour, so that way we don't have ads for an entire hour. So, hence why I ran out there. This Stinky can hunt now. I'm going to go get another smudge, though, just to be safe. Maybe we'll get 2. But the goal here is we are now testing between a mare and a yokai, and we do need to repel it, so it does have to see us. Run away. Get the lights on there. Ah, you suck. That's okay. Hopefully it goes that direction and not this way. If it goes this way, that's going to screw up my test. Yeah. That's a yokai. That's a yokai. How do we know it's a yokai? Because that ghost was probably about here when I was spamming my walkie-talkie about here. So remember, a yokai has to be within 2.5 meters to be able to detect you're talking in the game or your electronics in the game. And that also counts for you spamming the walkie. So every step is roughly like a meter. This is how I usually judge it. So if I'm standing here, every step is like a meter. So I start here. It's like, let me get a good step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says like even this is close to 6. Normal ghosts can detect your electronics. I think it's 7.5 meters. So it should have been able to find me. If it was a normal ghost, and it would have been a mare, which I don't think so. I think this is a yokai. I have all unique photo, video, sound. We collected the bone. We got all the things. And that should be good. 9 meters for talking, 7.5 for electronics. There you go. Yeah, and yokai is 2.5 meters for both talking and electronics. So we'll take it. Oh, that's a sold for me. Let's go. Yokai. What I'm not going to do, I mean, the only way I'd be able to get the yokai ability is by raising my, like, the only way to be able to test it effectively would be raising my sanity above 80. Or sorry, raising it above 50 and then talking near the ghost. And then having it hunt, which, I don't know, that's been really dicey for me. But there's a yokai. And it's a perfect game, too. Fantastic. 2,200. That's also because I had my daily on there. That ain't bad. Not bad at all. Hey, Soul, how are you? How is it going? Thank you for the follows, guys. Welcome in. Oh, my goodness. Okay. It is 4:20 for me. It is 4:20. That might be the time to hit the bricks. YouTube, thank you guys for watching. We're going to go find someone to say hi to over on the Twitch side. Thank you so much for chilling with me today. Much love, friends. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I try to typically end around 4 o'clock on Sundays, especially because the rest of that day is spent hanging with the fam. So I don't want to go for too long. Don't want to go for too long. Okay, Apocrypha. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Let's quit the game. Every time I join once in a while, you're always going to go. My schedule is the same literally every stream. It is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30, and Sunday at 1. That doesn't change. It is the same. If it does change, I make sure to say something, but usually that doesn't change. Love the stream. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Brune, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you guys. Again, if you guys are not already in my server, if you want to get updates about my schedule when it does change, or if you want Phasmo information, if you're looking for others to play Phasmo with, you can always head to the Discord. I have one. That's where we hang out outside of stream. And then if you want to see the YouTube videos, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky is very far and in between, but I mean, I don't know. I do post there sometimes. But thank you guys. I appreciate you being here today. Thank you for chilling with me. If you had the opportunity to earn your drop, GG's, enjoy. It is awesome. I love it. I'm going to be live again tomorrow, which is going to give you guys another opportunity to get the animated badge. So for me, tomorrow is the last chance for you to get the animated. Yeah. Don't you have a YouTube? I do. It does. It's in that socials link I posted. Earn yours tomorrow. There you go. I'll be live on Phasmo. We'll be doing the weekly, and then I'll be playing even more. So you'll have a good 4 or 5 hour stretch. Yep. You can always do exclamation point schedule if you're curious about my schedule, or in the server, you can even get a more detail of what's going on. So if I have any special streams I'm doing, and there in my schedule channel, you'll actually see the name of what we're doing for that day. Yeah. Yeah, we're very close. Yes, we are. Yes. I already warned my wife, by the way, of this possibility. I said, honey, just, you know, if we do hit that, I am going to be doing a 24-hour stream. She was like, oh, haven't done one of those in a while. I was like, yeah, it's been a minute. She's like, are you going to sleep at all? I said, nope. I'm pretty much going to wreck whatever weekend I decide to do that on. But yeah, it seems right. So for the drops, just know that after tomorrow, for me, it's only non-animated. All right. Okay. All right. Well, never mind. Apocrypha. Sure. So we have a 24-hour stream to do. Awesome. Apocrypha. Thank you for the subs. Holy shit. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for the follow. If you were gifted a sub, please make sure to always thank. Please make sure to always thank whoever gifted you. Apocrypha. You crazy ass. The drunk. Oh my God song. That was ages ago. I don't do, listen, me drinking is very few and far between. I'm just never in the mood. I don't want to deal with the tomorrow, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Time to start planning. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what it's going to be. Lots of coffee. Yeah. I don't drink energy drinks really anymore, so I can't rely on that. Lots of coffee. When will the 24-hour be? I don't know. I have to talk to the missus about that for sure. I'm not sure. It definitely has to be a time that she agrees. You know what I mean? Definitely has to be a time that she agrees. Oh, someone emailed me. Someone emailed me about the people we found earlier in the Phas lobbies. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Going out of the way to do that. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Welcome in, guys. How's it going? Hi. We have to plan a 24-hour stream now. Good time. Listen, I know VR, no shot. I would never include VR into a 24-hour. It would mess up. Something would go wrong. No shot. No way. Definitely be lurking. Well, I appreciate it. I would like to do it. I would like to do it sooner rather than later, especially during, even though it's not the animated badge, just because it would open an opportunity for the non-animated badge for people to be in the stream and earn that too. Can you do VR someday? I want to. They fixed some of the things in Phas VR, so I want to. I have tried it. When I tried it before, it was rough because opening doors was a nightmare, but they fixed it apparently. Repo, now that you get the beta with mods. Oh, I would almost guarantee repo would happen. Yep. I would talk to Defini, figure out what mods. They've done so many. Can we earn both? Yes, I believe you can. I have both right now. I think accidentally. Can we get the animated tomorrow? Yes. Yes, it should end tomorrow. Should technically be, if you're Eastern time, the last full day to earn it. Headliners, yeah, lots of fun stuff. 24 hours, that's a lot of time to fill, man. Community games during the 24-hour? Probably. Rocket League? No, that is no, that is once a year. That's not how that works. Been playing it for VR the last couple of days. Doors are okay now. Still spawning under the truck though. You know, another thing I heard, Juice, I heard I like items being really shaky, which has made me a little bit hesitant to do it too. Somebody told me that. Repo, blueprints. Oh man, so many options. Thank you guys. I appreciate you being here. Rocket League of time. No, that happens once a year on our stream anniversary. Those are the rules. That's how this works. Belt items bounce on the floor. Good grief. It sounds like footsteps. That would be so annoying. That would be so annoying. Grieving, thank you for the follow. Jess, ECS, Alad, is it Alad? Clark? Meatball Diddle Master. Oh, sorry, Meatball Diddler Master. What a name. Hope your wife is, she's doing great, Matthew. Thank you. I do not watch anime. No, never did. Peak. Yeah. Doc brought it up to the team. He brought it up to the team. Make sure you guys are checking out that team, by the way. The Midnight Society is just a boatload of homies that are amazing, different in their own way. If you're looking for different types of vibes to hang out with for stream, plenty to choose from. So many awesome homies. It does look really fun. Agreed. Phasmo, Repo, Sea of Thieves, 24-hour stream. You guys, listen, if you have ideas of things that you want to see in the 24, you're welcome to put that in the suggestion channel if you want to. I always keep an eye on that. Thank you, Autumn. Sea of Thieves, it's a beautiful game. Oh, Mr. Kill. Oh, hey, I have this. Thank you for the 40 months, Mr. Kill. Oh my God. That's many months. You know, I know we've been raiding Kinetic partners like back to back to back. I kind of want to raid one of the Midnight Homies. And if you guys are a content creator here, you're going to love where I'm going to take you. Because this man is knowledgeable beyond belief. Very, very, very knowledgeable. We over the goal? We are. I don't know if I'm going to add another one because we have like one more day left of stream. Yeah. All right, guys, if you're a follower, that's for you. If you're a sub, that's for you. My little creepy tier 3s, that's for you. We are at the tail end of the first badge, but I want to take you to go say hi to Mr. Mathman. Mr. Mathman EU is a homie. He is a teammate. He is amazing. We love him. Like I said, if you guys are a creator, he has a secondary channel where he talks all content creation. So he is a fantastic resource, but he's just very chill. He's a very chill guy. But like me, he's a dad. He's an amazing husband. All the things. All the things. So guys, thank you so much for hanging with me today. Make sure to get those raid messages if you wanted to copy one in. Or you can just go over with us and make your own. You're more than welcome. But thank you guys for all the follows. Thank you for the subs and the bits and the raids today. I appreciate it so much. I'll be live tomorrow with the weekly. After the weekly, we might do an APOC or two until I feel like I'm going to fail more and more. And yeah. But guys, I love you all. Thank you for the amazing stream. We missed it by one.